Yo, 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 what's going on? It's a Tuesday night. It's Champions League football night. It's the second leg, a big second leg in the semi-final. Inter Milan against Barcelona. Live. We're going to be doing a watch along now. It starts at 8 o'clock. You've got 59 minutes to kick off, but we've already got the team news in. We've already got lots of very interesting news drifting in from the San Siro in terms of who starts and who doesn't. I'll come to that in just a moment. But I do want to say, first off, before we get stuck in, thank you to our sponsors for Premier League Dad, sponsors for the rest of the 24-25 season, Match Bingo. Match Bingo are absolutely fantastic. They are a genius new app. If you've not heard of them before, I'm sure you will do over the next 12 months because they have currently 10,000 active players in the UK and growing very quickly. They've paid out over £200,000 in prize money. And basically, Match Bingo, it basically it combines all of the excitement that you would associate with traditional sports betting, football betting, with all the fun and excitement you would associate with bingo. That's why I said it's a genius new app. If you like a bet on the football, I am absolutely certain you'll like this. And like I said, they've paid out over £200,000 in prize money. The way that it works is you get a bingo card before a game, and it will say 15 random events on it on that bingo card. And it might say things like Inter Milan corner, Barcelona free kick, right? And as the game is going on, it ticks those events off automatically on your card. You'll get a line, you might get a full house. Whatever that might be, you might be paid out on it, or you will be paid out on it. There's prizes to be won and money to be won, over £200,000 of it. It's a fantastic app. Go and check it out. You can go and get the app downloaded via the QR code on the screen right now, or you can click the link in my description. It's a fantastic app. Make sure you let me know as well throughout the game how you're getting on, whether you're close to a line, close to a full house. I've got my bingo card all ready to go. I'll be talking it through you as we go through the night. And go and check them out. Match Bingo. If you deposit £5 tonight, you get £10 free. So go and check them out. Really cool app. And really nice guys as well. So they are the sponsors of Premier League Dad for this, the remainder of this season, for all of our lives. And I'm really looking forward to tonight's live. Inter Milan against Barcelona. If it's anything close to the sort of game that we saw in the first leg, I think we're all in for a treat, aren't we? It was 3-3. At the Olympic Stadium in Barcelona, and I'm pretty sure nobody really expected that. A lot of people were really unsure whether or not Inter Milan would go to Barcelona and attack quite as much as they did. In the end, it turned out to be that they were probably unlucky. They were probably really unlucky, I think, over the course of the second leg, over the course of the first leg. Sorry, let me just go live here. I think they were really unlucky, Inter Milan, and they might have even won it in the end. So let me know what you're thinking. Let me know in the chat what your thoughts are on this one. I've got to say, I still fancy Barcelona to go through. I still fancy Barcelona to go through tonight. I know it'll be tough. I know it'll be very close, but I do fancy them to go through. They are, individually, I think man for man, they are the better team. I think Hansi Flick has maybe a touch more up his sleeve than Inzaghi does. Inter are, at least domestically, coming off the back of a really poor run of form. And, what effect is that going to have? But Barcelona, I mean, look, if they play anywhere close to what they did in Barcelona, Inter will have a hell of a chance. I just still think Barcelona make it through in the end. So let me know what you're thinking in the chat. And we'll come to the team news now. Let's get stuck into the team news. So, team news for tonight's game is, I'm sure we'll go through this closer to kickoff as well, Sommer coming back in. A lot of Inter Milan players basically got dropped in the game against Hellas Verona. We did a live watch-along of that the other day. Hellas Verona and Inter Milan. Inter just narrowly nicking it 1-0 with a penalty, which Aslani scored. And they dropped pretty much their entire first-choice 11. Now, they've brought pretty much everyone back in. Sommer is back in goal. Bisek is at right-back. He's one of the few who did start against Hellas Verona. Acerbi and Bastoni both come in as well. Dumfries at the right. DiMarco on the left. And it's that three in midfield again. Barella, Çalhanoğlu, Mkhitaryan. And then the front two of Lautaro Martinez and Marcus Thuram. Now, again, Marcus Thuram starting after Again, I'm not entirely sure what the full SP is on this, what the full story is. But there was a big story broke about Marcus Thuram earlier this week. And I wasn't entirely sure whether or not he'd play tonight, because there's some allegations been made. He was all over social media in the last 24 to 48 hours, and I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but certainly some allegations made. I thought he might have sat this one out. However, he does start with Lautaro Martinez. Again, another player who was expected to maybe miss out with a fitness concern, but no, definitely not. Martinez and Thuram start. For Barcelona, again, it's a little bit more straightforward. They have gone with Szczesny in goal, Martin at left back, Martinez, Kabasi, and Eric Garcia at right back. No Balde, no Koundé, I think is a very, very big one. Ter Stegen hasn't been included, which, he was in the team the other day against Valladolid. But Martin, Martinez, Kabasi and Garcia. It's Pedri and De Jong sitting with Dani Olmo just in front, Rafinha left, Yamal right, and Ferran Torres just in front of those. So we're already seeing a bit of a pattern of play emerging with how we expect maybe Inter and Barca to line up tonight. NTL, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. Starlight, good to see you. Hope you're sticking with us for tonight. Lots of action expected tonight. Barcelona at the San Siro. I'll tell you what, the pundit team tonight's an odd one. It's live on Amazon Prime, this, by the way, I should say. And it's Sturridge, Seedorf, Shearer. I think Rooney's there as well. So they've all flown out to Italy for this one. Jonathan Guzman, who we got tonight? Inter Milan against Barcelona. Jonathan and I fancy Barcelona to just go through on the night. I think it might go to extra time and penalties. Something tells me this one's going to go the distance. I do. I think it's going to be pens. Or at the very least extra time. I don't think it's going to be decided in 90 minutes. Whereas tomorrow, Arsenal, PSG, I think pretty much is. That tie's, I think, pretty much done. But yeah, for tonight, I'm almost certain that we'll see this one go the distance. There just wasn't anything to separate the two sides in Barcelona. Inter Milan were probably unlucky not to pinch it at the end. Barcelona got quite lucky with some of their goals. But hey, there you go. Lamine Yamal is on the pitch. I still can't quite believe the performance that lad put in. And I mean, he's basically chilling there with some of the Barca younger, the youth players, effectively. Some of the lads who are on the bench. He's not mingling with a lot of the first team lads, because they're all 16, 17, 18 years old. So, yeah, it's mad. Absolutely mad. Jonathan Guzman, Lewandowski going to score? No Lewandowski. No Robert Lewandowski. He's not even in the squad, I don't believe. Oh, no, he is. He's on the bench. He's on the bench, sorry. Yeah, he's on the bench. I'll go through the benches, actually. So, benches for Inter, it's Arnautovic, Aslani, Carlos Augusto, Matteo Darmian, Stefan de Vrij, Fratesi, Reciconi, Taremi, Zalewski, and Zielinski. 2 Poles on the bench for Inter Milan. And 1 Pole on the bench for Barcelona, Robert Lewandowski. He's joined by Pau Victor, Lopez, Gavi, Fort, Fati, Farah, Davic, Christensen, and Araujo, and obviously the goalkeepers as well, Pena and Astralaga. So yeah, there's plenty of options there. It feels like for Barcelona, very young, very youthful squad. That it is a very, very young squad. There's not an awful lot of experience in there. I know you've got your Szczesny and Inigo Martinez, maybe De Jong. But beyond that, I mean, it's quite an inexperienced side, especially when you compare it to Inter's. Inter's side has a lot more experience at the top level, it feels like, with Mkhitaryan, Çalhanoğlu, Barella. These are seasoned pros who've been around a bit. Same with Martinez, Sommer, Bastoni, Acerbi, been around the block. Feels like they've got a touch more experience at this level. But hey, if you're old enough, you're good enough. 15 days in a row. Good to see you, Jaden. Jonathan, Inter Milan going to try a defensive style. 6 defenders to start is insane, bro. Have you ever tried to grow a beard? I have, yeah. I have in the past. And I've usually failed. Well, not even usually. I failed, yeah. Flat out failed. Can't grow a beard. Genetics, it's not on my side, mate, sadly. Can't do beards. So, I get a bit of bum fluff and that's about it. That's all you really get. Shot from distance. They're just talking about the goals in the first Inter Milan and Barcelona meet-up several years ago when Wesley Sneijder played. I thought it was a throwback to the first leg, but it wasn't. It was a long time ago. Thought it looked different. How young does Guardiola look there? Pep. What about a stash? Again, not really. No, not my thing. Not my thing. To each their own. Whatever works for you. But no, not really for me, buddy. Jonathan, if Inter win tonight, it's going to be one for the record books. Absolutely. Yeah, Inter Milan win and get to a final again for the first time in... Well, the second time, obviously, they got to the final against City, but it feels a little bit different this time. When they got to the final against City, no one really expected him to have any chance, and they didn't. I didn't think they ever really put in a good performance against City. It was a bit of a roll over and have your belly tickled sort of a thing. Whereas if they did get past Barcelona, I think they'd turn some heads. I think they'd probably have people looking at them and going, do you know what? It doesn't matter who they face, whether it's PSG or Arsenal. I think Inter would go in as favourites. Whoever beats Barcelona, if you beat Barcelona, you might even go in as favourites. Barca want the treble. PSG want the treble. Everyone wants the treble. But yeah, those two are the only ones who can go and get it. You see the Championship and League One playoffs predictions. Well, I've actually again, if you go to my YouTube, you can see this. But I have scheduled the next 30 games, 30 watch-alongs that I'm doing. We're doing 30 over the next 2 weeks. Believe it or not. I've even booked in and scheduled it, and it's got the thumbnail and everything for Manchester United against Spurs in the Europa League final on the 21st of May. We'll be going live at 6:30 p.m. So I've booked it all in, I've scheduled it all. You can see all the games that we're going to be watching, and of those, there are an awful lot that are League One, League Two playoff semi-finals, Championship playoff semi-finals. So Thursday night, for example, we're not going to be watching Manchester United and Bilbao. I am going to be watching Bristol City against Sheffield United at Ashton Gate. So that's the game that has far more riding on it for me. That's going to be the more interesting game. So I'm not going to be watching United. I can't be bothered with the loving. I can't be bothered with the aggro, the United fans going, we're through to the final. We're going to win it all under Amorim. No one's bothered. No one's bothered. I'll be at the Valley. Yeah, we're doing Charlton and Wickham as well. That's one of the ones that we'll be doing. Jonathan Guzman, who you going for, mate? Bristol City or Sheffield United? Over the 2 legs, I would say Sheffield United. Yeah. Over the 2 legs, I think Sheffield get it done. I hope Bristol City do, but I think Sheffield United probably make the final. Bristol City, again, that performance against Preston was a bit of a curveball, and I don't think they've been particularly good. I thought they were poor against Leeds as well. So yeah, Bristol City coming out of form at the wrong time. Could probably say the same about Sunderland. So it might well be Coventry, Sheffield United in the final at Wembley. That feels to me about what it might be. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to be doing AFC Wimbledon against Notts County. We're doing both legs of Leyton Orient against Stockport County as well in League One. So we'll be doing both legs of that watch along. Charlton against Wickham. Obviously Sunderland and Coventry both legs. Bristol and Sheffield United both legs. So yeah, we'll be doing them all. We'll be doing all the good ones that we can do that don't conflict with Premier League games, Champions League games, Europa League games. But we're live. We're live for pretty much all of them. Yeah, we're live for pretty much all of them. Jonathan XL into 2-0 tonight. Do we think so? Okay. Jonathan Guzman, Sheffield United want to go back to the Prem. They did so poor the last time they were in it. I think Chris Wilder's not going to do much for them when they do. If they do go back up, I think it'll be a total waste of a position. Chris Wilder's not a Premier League manager, and they'll go up and they'll be bottom around Christmas time again. It will be like Southampton, to be honest. I think it'll be that bad. Should all handballs count if a player falls, by the way, like Garnacho's, or should they be deemed as not? They shouldn't be handballs. So, for example, I don't think Garnacho should have been handball if it doesn't lead to a goal. So that's the key differential for me. I don't think Garnacho's was a handball because, yeah, you could argue he was falling. You could argue his body shape was natural in that position. You could argue all sorts of things. And I would probably agree with you that Garnacho's handball against Bilbao, if it's just, let's say earlier in the game, if it's in the middle part of the pitch, right? And there's 4, 5, 6, 7 passes before any sort of decisive play, I'd probably agree with you. I would say, yeah, that's fine. That's not a handball. But when he uses his hand to control the ball, and 2 passes later, there's a key penalty decision, I think you've gained an advantage by use of your hand, whether it's intent or body shape or distance to the ball or any of that. None of that matters. None of that makes a jot of difference. If your hand plays a part in your team scoring or winning a goal or winning a penalty or sending off or whatever, if it plays a key part in the build-up to that moment, then it has to be a handball. That for me would be the rule, and I think that is the rule. That is the rule. That's why it should have been a handball. And Garnacho's it should have been a free kick to Athletic Bilbao. No penalty, no red card, free kick to Bilbao. That should have been the correct decision. Alas, it wasn't. Jonathan XL, will we see Wrexham in the Premier League? Yeah, I think we will. I think we will see Wrexham in the Prem, but probably not for some time. Probably not for some time. Jaden, predictions, 1-1 Barca, 4-3 on pens. Yeah, could see that. Absolutely could agree with that. Jonathan Guzman, no way, nothing can beat Southampton, mate. What do you think was their problem? Southampton's problem was, with Russell Martin, they were far, far too naive in how they approached that whole... the system. The system was completely wrong. They had a defence, a back four, that admittedly in the Championship, they'd been quite proactive, quite progressive. They'd pressed high. They'd played with split centre-backs and full-backs quite high. And they'd had the keeper with a lot of touches in the ball, and they played it back to him and expected him to pass out, and that you can do that in the Championship. It's much easier because the pressing, 1, isn't as intense, 2, usually isn't as good. Teams don't hunt in packs, and there's no triggers in the same way, or at least the triggers aren't as good, aren't as efficient as they are at the top level. The difference is so massive, and that's the first thing Championship players talk about. When you see any interview with Championship players, it's always the difference from the Premier League and the Championship is huge. The speed, it's so quick. Players are on you instantly, and that was the key difference for Russell Martin and Southampton. All that happened was he went up to the Premier League and just went, yeah, we'll just keep playing our normal game. Just keep playing our normal game. What we'll do is we'll split our centre backs. We'll expect that Jan Bednarek, and admittedly they had some pace at the back there with I forget his name. His name's gone out of my head now. The ex-City defender who scored for England. You know who I'm talking about. Him, the young lad. Him and Bednarek at the back needed a lot more. They needed the full-backs deeper. They needed maybe a sitting midfielder to be a lot closer to them, so they had more options, and the keeper should have just sent it long a lot more. It never happened. It never, ever happened. They should have played Onuachu from the start. I think if Southampton would have had Ivan Djuric as manager from the start of the season, even though the points per game was, I think, the same or worse, I think, for under Juric than it was under Russell Martin, the style of play completely changed when Juric came in. When Juric came in, you saw them go long a lot more. You saw them get a lot more out of Onuachu, out of other players, and they won the second balls a bit better in the final third. They didn't do that at all under Russell Martin. So, yeah, for me, Russell Martin was very, very naive, and that played a big part in Southampton going down. I also think maybe the quality of the team is just not that good. The 11 players that they had on the pitch often just weren't quite right. And that's the sad fact of it. But when they did play, like they have put some really, really good performances in mostly under Ivan Juric. I feel like when they had Russell Martin, they were losing 3, 4, 5-0 a lot of the time. Spurs put 5 past them. They were. But then they had Juric. Juric came in. They went to Old Trafford. They nearly won at Old Trafford. They came to Anfield. They weren't a million miles away from getting something at Anfield. They went to Forest. They weren't a million miles away from getting something at the City Ground. Palace. They went to Selhurst Park and they were very unlucky there. And I think that was down to individual errors, but the teams were a lot closer to a Premier League team style. Jonathan Guzman, I've never seen a Premier League side play so bad in the last 10 years like this Southampton. Yeah, Southampton were bad. I'm not going to knock it. They were a bad side. Probably the worst Premier League side we've ever seen. And they might yet beat the points total. Jonathan Guzman, I could only imagine if you're a true fan of the Saints, how would you feel if you were a fan? They weren't expected to come up, though. They came up via the playoffs, didn't they? They weren't really expecting to come back up to the Prem. So it was almost like, okay, fine, we've come up. Maybe it was just let's see what we can do. I'm sure they didn't expect to be as bad as they were, but equally, probably weren't expecting to be there anyway. So just enjoy the experience and maybe hope that the team could have got a bit more out of it. You've got to. I feel like the only way when you come up as a newly promoted Championship team, the only thing that you can do to stay in the Prem is try and be a bit more. You've got to be difficult to beat. You've got to make it. You can't try and play Premier League games Premier League teams at their own game. You're not good enough. You've got to try and be resolute, resilient, pragmatic. You've got to be really low block. Win a lot of your second balls. Try and be physical. Try and, fouls, break play up as often as you can. Lots and lots of yellow cards. And it's tactical fouling. It's almost mastering the dark arts a little bit. That's what you need to stay up in the Premier League. Master the dark arts. Be horrible to play against. Absolutely horrible to play against. Second season, third season, fine. Then you can pretty it up a little bit. Then you can smarten up and you can get some ball playing midfielders in. You can get a striker who can turn and go in behind. First season, honestly, you need a Sam Vokes or not even a Jay Rodriguez. Jay Rodriguez was probably too good. They need like a Kevin Davis or a Peter Crouch even. You need a big, tall striker who you can knock it long to, hold it up, and bring other players into, win your second balls. Same with your defenders, big, tall, strong lads. That's it. Nothing pretty, nothing, just efficient and effective. And be absolutely vile to watch. Sean Dyche football. You need Sean Dyche football to stay in the Prem. It's very rare, very, very rare that you see teams stay up playing really, really nice football in the Premier League. Good evening, everyone. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. No Skill Aaron, what's your thoughts on the Saudi and Bruno situation? I'm seeing crazy numbers, 1.25 million a week or so. Listen, Bruno's not going to Saudi. He isn't going to Saudi. I'd be very, very surprised if Bruno went to Saudi. He strikes me as a player who still thinks he can do a lot at the highest level. He might be fed up with United. It wouldn't surprise me if he's just tired of the whole circus and the toxicity around the place. And as much as I say Bruno Fernandes is not a top player, I don't think he's up here. He's a very good player, and he might be fed up of the fact that playing with such dross week in, week out he's not really getting any credit, the credit that he deserves. So he might just be looking at it and going, I mean, I'm not going to be getting any credit here. I might as well go to Saudi and get paid £50 million a minute or whatever them lads out there get. Jonathan XL, I liked how Burnley played under Company. Yeah, and that exactly the same as Russell Martin. It's the same thing. That the outcome was exactly the same, wasn't it? Jonathan Guzman, Burnley will stay in the Prem and so will Leeds. I think Burnley will be a lot closer to it because of Scott Parker's setup, assuming he stays as compact as they have been in the Championship. Look at the way he played when he first managed in the Prem with Bournemouth. Scott Parker, again, very naive. Bournemouth were getting beat 8-9-0 under Scott Parker. And now look at the difference with Burnley. They've conceded the fewest goals in the Championship. Very difficult to score against. Very difficult to break down. Really good at in transition. Really good on the counter attack. That is the Burnley side that will stay up. If they're able to maybe add a touch more experience in there, a bit more Prem experience, then they'll do well. Leeds, I think, could stay up by virtue of the fact that I think the quality in their team is a lot closer to Premier League quality. I think Willie Gnonto's a Premier League player. I think they've got some players at Rodon's. I think Rodon's a Premier League player. I think you look at maybe Tanaka, he's a Premier League player. I think you could probably say the same about Firpo to a degree. I know the last time out Firpo wasn't particularly good, but the two full-backs for Leeds have been very strong this year. So, yeah, I think it depends very much on the summer transfer window for both teams. But, yeah, Burnley and Leeds will do all right. I think they've got a very good chance of staying up. Predictions. Jake Pike, 96 score prediction, mate. I think we're going to talk 1-1. 1-1 and Barca to go through on penalties. That's my prediction. Yeah. Scouse House, how long till kickoff? 8 o'clock, mate. So 30 minutes we've got. Callum, 2-2 Inter, win 5 on pens. 5-4 on pens. Okay. Jonathan XL, Leeds and Burnley can't have 80% possession in the Prem. Exactly. And that's the difference, mate. You bang on. You're dead right. The difference is teams have to go from being really, really good with most of the ball in the Championship to learning how to defend and play with maybe only 30% possession in the Premier League for like a full season. And it's such a big change, such a big transition. And a lot of them don't adapt quickly enough. And that, a lot of the time, is down to the manager. It really is. The way that the manager sets them up out of possession, it's either naive or it's a bit more astute. And we've seen lots of managers do it over the years. Jonathan Guzman, long balls don't work for every team. I can't believe how poor they performed. I'm not even a fan. No, you're right, long balls don't work, but direct football, if you've got a team built for it, a physical team that can win the first balls and, a bit of tenacity in your midfield to win the second balls, you can absolutely, you can beat the press. That's what I'm talking about. The Premier League level press is so difficult to beat that if you try and pass out and break through the lines, all it takes is a sobber's lie to nick the ball off you, and they're in. Liverpool will have 3-4 players very high, and more often than not, they'll punish you. And it's not just Liverpool. There's teams, Palace can do that. Christ, if Eze or Sarr or Mateta nick it off you, they'll score on the counter. The Premier League is devastating in transition, so you can't afford to try and in that middle third of the midfield, you can't try and pass into there. It's like a danger zone. You've got to go long a lot of the time, and a bit more direct gets teams turned. It's how City and Liverpool and various other clubs don't want to play. They don't like it. I think that's how Fulham did, Fulham did really well doing that when they came up with Mitrovic. They had Mitrovic up there, and they went direct so often, and it worked, an absolute charm for them. Wolves didn't do too bad with that under Pereira this season as well. When Vitor Pereira came in, they had Strand Larsen up there, they knocked it long, they won the second balls, and they did that quite a lot as well with success. Sorry, just catching up with the chat. Jay Pike, I really hope for the Championship's sake, the 3 that go up don't go straight down. No, they won't. Again, that's only happened 3 times in 27 years, mate, that. 3 times in 27 years. It's happened the last 2, and then the last time was in 1997, I think, or 98. It very rarely happens. So I absolutely believe at least one will stay up next year. In fact, I have had a bet with someone who watches our channel regularly here. I've had a £50 bet. And I'll happily take it with anyone else who wants a slice, that at least one promoted team stays up next year. Matty Amansin. Hi, bro. Good to see you, Matt. Callum, Atleti looking at Romero, Fernandez, Anthony and Gutierrez. We'll see. We'll see about Atleti. I've got a few Atleti streams, watch-alongs, scheduled. If you want to go to YouTube and have a look, I've got my full schedule over the next 2 weeks with every live that we're going to be doing. We are live every single day, at least once. Some days, twice, 3, 4 times we're live throughout the next 2 weeks in the build-up to the Conference League final, the Europa League final, the Champions League final, the Club World Cup as well. So we're live every single day. We do watch-alongs every single day on this channel. If you do like that sort of thing, go and follow Premier League Dad. Go and find us on YouTube. We're live right now on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, Twitch, TikTok, everything. And TikTok gets the special camera setup. YouTube's got a slightly more professional setup with mic and audio and scoreboard and clock and everything. So if you want to watch it that way and you're planning on sticking with us for Inter and Barcelona, get over to YouTube and go and check us out. Johan Jones, top 5 predictions. Oh, sorry, Matty, I didn't get yours. What do you think about Barcelona, Inter Milan in the Champions League? Tonight, I think it's going to be 1-1. I think it does go to extra time. And I think Barca just nick it. I don't know whether it'll be in extra time or penalties, but I think Barca just about go through. And I'm almost certain that it goes the distance. I'd be very surprised if this is settled in 90 minutes. Johan Jones, top 5 predictions. I think it's going to be the top 5 pretty much that we see now. Yeah, I think it's going to be Liverpool, Arsenal, City. Maybe City jump ahead of Arsenal, actually. But Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Newcastle, Chelsea. That's my top 5. Again, I wouldn't love it if that'll be the case. I wouldn't love it. I would ideally want to see a Villa or a Forest sneak in there. But I do think that's going to be the case. Yeah, sadly. Jonathan XL. Anthony is now one of the best wingers in Spain after the Barca and Real Madrid and Atletico games. I mean, he was brilliant the other night, yeah. Brilliant. We've got a couple of Betis games all queued up as well on the schedule. So if you want to go and check that out, we've got them coming up as well. Guess the footballer. Spot on, mate. You think Wrexham are a future Premier League side? I would imagine so, yeah. They probably will be, won't they? Wrexham. They'll come up at some point. They've got investment. They've got lots of investment into the team. So I'm sure it'll happen for them at some point. I don't necessarily think we're going to see, back-to-back promotions and they'll be up in a year or so. It might be another three years or so. It takes a lot. The Championship's a very difficult league. So, yeah, they're gonna have to adapt. They're gonna have to change things around and be interesting to see what players they get in. Obviously, last time they came up, they went out and brought in, some experienced players from the top level, whether that be Stephen Fletcher's, McLean, Jay Rodriguez, Ben Foster previously as well. So will they go out, do we think, and buy maybe some experienced Premier League players who are just keen to try and drop down a level? Maybe Premier League players who are a little bit past it. I wonder. Interesting to see, wouldn't it? Jonathan Guzman, Chris Wood would have been perfect, especially if all they do is long balls. Yep, Chris Wood's great. Chris Wood's really good. Callum Sorloth and Alvarez complement each other. I don't know. Sorloth I'm not sold on. And I do think Alvarez leaves Atleti this summer. I think he's almost certainly going to Liverpool. Callum, I'm back on this account now. Okay, mate, yeah, good to see you. Jonathan XL, Southampton had a 2-metre striker, but always on the bench because they wanted to play attacking football. Yep, exactly. Fernandez has been linked to Atletico too. Yeah. Callum, Liverpool want Morgan Rogers. I'd love Morgan Rogers, but he's going to be far too expensive for Liverpool. Far, far too expensive. Brian 10, Man City will win the next Prem. Okay. It's going to take a lot of signings this summer, Brian, do you think? Plenty of investment, I think, needed for City. You're probably looking at 6, 7, maybe even 8 new signings for City to really, really challenge at the top of the Prem. Would you say that's fair? I think it might be. Blairo, do you think the two fullbacks Barcelona are going to struggle? I mean, yeah, look, they've got Garcia and Martin at fullback. And Dumfries and DiMarco are two of the very, very best at flying forward. Obviously, we saw Dumfries. Admittedly, Dumfries got forward and his goals came from set pieces. So Barca are going to have to defend a lot better on set pieces. That's going to be one of the first things. You know, I thought Pau Kabasi had a good game. Inigo Martinez needed to do a little bit better. But with Garcia there, you know, it feels like they've got someone who'll tuck in. Koundé's a big miss. Koundé's a very, very big miss for Barcelona tonight. Sister Vista, hi mate, score predictions. 1-1, Barca to qualify on the tie. Jonathan Guzman, if Jamie Vardy joins Leeds, I think they will. Well, I think Vardy will certainly go to another Premier League club, maybe slightly lower down the league. Everton, maybe he's another one being linked to. He's certainly not ready to retire, Jonathan. No, he's said he's quite eager to stay in the Prem and prove himself a little bit longer. Owen, City win the next 2 Prems. Blimey, okay. Well, we've got Brian saying 1, Owen saying 2. Brian, I mean, Kirkes at left back, Wirtz and Gibbs White, and we will do it. I think Wirtz is almost certainly going to go to Bayern. I can't see Wirtz going to City. He plays better in Foden's position, Wirtz. They're kind of a little bit too similar, I think, Wirtz and Foden. So, yeah, I don't see Foden going... Sorry, I don't see Wirtz going to City. Gibbs White could. Yeah, Gibbs White certainly could. But I'm not sure about... Yeah, I'm not sure about Wirtz. Kirkes as well is almost certainly going to come to Liverpool. I don't see Kirkes going to City, not while you've got Nico O'Reilly playing as well as he is. Nico O'Reilly at left back is a certainty. He's an absolute... He's brilliant. Nico O'Reilly's phenomenal. Blairo, Dumfries is going to cook Garcia. Isn't that the other side? Dumfries is on the right, so it would be Martin on the left, wouldn't it? It'd be Martin on the left. So it's Dumfries against Martin, mate. Garcia's up against DiMarco. Edward, good to see you, mate. Good to see you, Edward. Scout House, spot on, mate. Is it on Prime? Yes, it is on Prime. Be yourself, Dylan. Barca 2 into 1. Okay. Lots of players. Lots of people thinking that Barca will nick it. Not many people thinking Inter. I think we've had one person say that Inter can pinch it tonight. Edward, Premdad, what do you think of the rumours saying Hato or Geertruida are in Liverpool and have met with people? No, there's a video that's flying around on social media. It's a long time ago. It's an old video. It's someone playing silly beggars trying to reel people in and say that there's a new signing just waiting in the wings. There isn't. There absolutely isn't. Blairy, Barcelona's going to struggle with the 2 fullbacks injured. Garcia's going to have a very hard game. I mean, but I think both of them will. I think Martin got dragged off the other night, didn't he? Martin got dragged off in the Copa del Rey final against Madrid. He started, he got took off. So, yeah, I'm not sure him at left back that's not going to be a particularly good fit for Barcelona, especially up against Dumfries on that right-hand side. So I have to agree, I think that's going to be tough. Edward, I bet you 20 all 3 that go back down. Mitch, Barca are losing tonight. Okay, there you go. There's the first one. Mark, good to see you. How you doing? Owen, I bet you that they will all come straight up. They have the money. Mark, when are you going to do a Liverpool predicted or preferable 11 for next season video? I don't know. I need to do some more videos. I'm definitely short on videos, whether it be on YouTube or TikTok or wherever you're watching this. I'm definitely short on them, so I need to do more videos. But right now, I'm just, as you guys know, if you've watched this channel now, I am prioritising the lives because we are live at least once a day with watch-alongs, if not twice, 3, 4 times a day, whatever the games are that are on. The weekends, we do 4 on a Saturday, 4 on a Sunday. And then at least 1 every single day through the week, whether it be Champions League, Championship, Premier League, whatever, Europa League. We're doing the Championship playoff semi-final this Thursday. Bristol City against Sheffield United at Ashton Gate. That's going to be a good game. So make sure you check that out. Jonathan Guzman, how does City get away with making so many signings, but Liverpool have to play by the rules? Missing for one day. When does the match start? It starts at 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock starts, so we've got 17 minutes to kick off. 17 minutes. No skill Aaron. Wirtz is going to Bayern. Yeah, I think so. Jonathan XL, why does he leave Leicester then? Vardy. I think Vardy left Leicester because they're going down to the Championship and he thinks he can still compete at the Premier League level. He's obviously had... I would assume he's only made that decision if his agent or him or whoever represents him have been approached by at least another Premier League club, at least one, saying, we would love you for next season. Do you fancy staying in the Premier League and playing with us next season? If he thinks he can do one more year at the top, he's nearly 39, isn't he? He's 38 and going on 39, so I think he probably fancies himself to stay at the top for a little bit longer. He had a pretty decent season for Leicester. If you look at his numbers for Leicester, even this season, for a really poor Leicester team, they were really good, you know. They were really good. So, at 38 years old, I think you could have him on the bench, whether he be, you know, maybe for Everton or Leeds. Apparently Wolves have been looking at him as well. If you can bring a Jamie Vardy off the bench, it's not a bad little backup to have that, you know. Jamie Vardy can net you 5 to 10 goals a season. They might be big goals as well. They might be enough to keep you up. So I think Everton, Wolves, Leeds, maybe Burnley, the teams that are around that bottom, the teams that you would expect to be fighting relegation next season, I think Vardy's certainly on their radar, and I wouldn't be surprised why, to be honest. Edward, we don't get top 5 next season. Liverpool, you don't think Liverpool get top 5 next season? Sam Holloway, O'Reilly or Lewis Skelly? Both very good players. As a Liverpool fan, I really like Nico O'Reilly. I like Lewis Skelly too. I've no problem with Lewis Skelly. I think O'Reilly's got a touch more in his locker. Yeah. I could be wrong. Both are very, very good young players though. I think both will end up playing for England in differing positions, but both are very talented. Arsenal and City, incredibly lucky to have got them through the academy. And yeah, both very blessed to have them. But Nico, if I could only have one coming through Liverpool's academy and I could have a regen of O'Reilly or Lewis Skelly, it would be Nico O'Reilly. Yeah, really like him. And I'm gonna drop you a follow, lad. You're a rival fan, but you have elite ball knowledge. Thanks, Matt. Well, I don't profess to be an oracle, mate, but I watch a lot of football. Like, I am an absolute football nerd. I don't profess to be anything other than that. I watch a lot of football every single day on this channel, and I've got the receipts to prove it. You can go to YouTube and see. There are lots and lots of hours since I started watching, since I started this channel. Liga, Bundesliga, La Liga, Champions League, Europa League, whatever. We watch everything on this channel. When you do watch enough football, you tend to educate yourself, don't you, on it? If you're just watching your own team, or you only kind of catch the odd game here and there, then yeah, you probably only pick up bits and bobs. And it's not just me, by the way. Everyone who follows this channel, we have some really, really intellectual discussions, I guess, in terms of football. You have the odd, who's your top 5 right backs and all that sort of thing as well. But there's a lot of very, very, far more intelligent than I would imagine from the conversations that we have over the course of a match. So, yeah, look, if that's your thing, give us a follow. Fletcher McTeague, Kirkes and Munoz in the summer, then Liverpool win the league for the next 2 or 3 years. I'd love Munoz. Yeah, I'd love Munoz, but I think he's going to be too expensive to get out of Palace. He's one of the best right backs around though, Daniel Munoz. I think he could be in the team of the year. I'm going to do a team of the year video soon. If anyone that wants to, we've had talks on the channel about that, so I'm going to do that probably for the end of the season. But I think Daniel Munoz, Wan-Bissaka, they're probably the two competing for that right back slot. Munoz is probably going to be the shoe-in, I would imagine. Be yourself, Dylan. I play FIFA, so need Barca to win so my De Jong gets upgraded. DJ, Koundé and Balde injured. Garcia is good. Martin is terrible. Eric Garcia is good, but I think he's still more of a centre-back than he is a right-back. And he's not Jules Koundé. However you want to dress it up, Koundé is fantastic. And he's, we saw what he could do in the Copa del Rey final, couldn't we? That shot from distance against Madrid. He's a difference maker, Jules Koundé. So, Garcia there, that's a letdown for Barca. Martin on the other side, again, bit of a letdown. So, we're going to see. Edward, I'm that confident. I'll give you 20 quid. We won't get top 5 next season. Christ, does anyone else want to get on that? Edward's saying that Liverpool won't finish in the top 5. I'll take that. I give you good odds on that as well. No Skill Aaron, you got any money on this game? I have, yeah. Free £10 bet on certain gambling places, if that's your thing. You can get decent odds on them. Not to mention the sponsor of the channel, by the way. I shouldn't really say it on TikTok because we're not really allowed to. But the sponsor of the channel is a wonderful, if you like a bet on the footy, go and have a look at them. Go and check them out. They're on my YouTube. And if you go and check them out, there's a link in my description. You can go and download the app. And you can get deposit 5. You get £10 free. So it's worth a look. It's worth a look. If that's your thing, if you like that sort of a thing, if you're of age, go and check it out. I've got mine with said promoter. They're a wonderful company, genius app. Go and check them out. Stanley, big up, mate. Good to see you. Jake Curtin, I think Lewis Hall might have a say in that. Lewis Hall's very good. Yeah, Lewis Hall's been a good left back this season. But I'd still say that, Nico O'Reilly and Lewis Skelly probably getting over him. I think Lewis Hall probably ends up deferring to Ireland or Scotland at some point. We'll probably see him he'll find a Scottish nan from somewhere and replace Andy Robertson in the Scotland team. That's usually what happens, isn't it? He'll find an Irish nan somewhere and go and play for them if he doesn't think he can get in over Lewis Skelly or Nico O'Reilly. Blairo, I hope Inter win because I have bet Inter to win. Okay, there you go. Well, we'll see. Certainly keep an eye on it. We'll see as we go on. Javier, what's it on, Prem Dad? It's on Amazon Prime, this one, mate. It's on Amazon Prime, yeah. G, predictions. I think it's going to be 1-1. Yeah. Maybe 2-2. I don't know. It was a high-scoring game in the first leg, so I don't know. I really can't put my finger on what we're going to see tonight. I think if you're a manager and your team concedes 3 goals, the natural reaction would be to go, right, lads, listen, you played well, you played really well, good performance and everything, but, maybe next week, just, the heart's going, maybe we can just tighten it up at the back a little bit, and I imagine both managers will have done that to some degree, and therefore we'll probably see a slightly cagey first half. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a lot less intense than the first leg was, and maybe it's going to be a 1-1 or maybe even a 1-0. But I imagine it goes the distance. I think it goes to extra time. I think it goes to penalties. That would be my take. Let me know what let me know what you're thinking in the comments. So again, we've got a lot of people telling me that they all seem to think. There's not many people telling me they think Inter are going to nick it. I think I've seen 2 people in the comments so far are backing Inter, and most others, like me, seem to be angling for Barcelona. And I've got to say, after the first leg, Inter were probably the better side, weren't they? They were probably the better side in the first leg, Inter. So maybe are we underplaying them a little bit? Are we giving them an hard time? I've watched a lot of Inter Milan this season, a lot of them on Serie A, and they were crap a lot of the time. I mean, the last few weeks, we watched them in the Coppa Italia semi-final against AC Milan on this channel. They were dreadful. They got battered 3-0. We watched them against Bologna. They got beat in the last minute 1-0. We watched them against Roma. They got beat 1-0. I watched them against Hellas Verona the other night. I know it was a rotated side, but they were a bit crap then as well. So it feels like they're a European side. They're like an Italian Man United almost. An Italian Spurs. So maybe we're going to see an absolute worldie performance from Inter tonight. Let me know what you're thinking. KAMC. As a football fan, we need PSG Barca final. Both played the best football this season, no doubt. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. I'd like to see a Barca PSG final, and the winner gets the treble. The winner gets the treble. That feels like the right sort of a mix, doesn't it? To get one team and the winner is definitely going to win a treble. I know PSG have still got the French Cup final to play. They play Stade Reims in the French Cup final, but they've already sewn League One up. Barca have pretty much won La Liga. I mean, I know there's still the Clásico to play, but which we'll be keeping an eye on. We'll be live on this channel when that's playing at the weekend. But I think Barca will probably be on for the treble. They've already won the Copa del Rey, and I think PSG will be too. So it makes sense that that's the final. That would be the best two teams this season, definitely, in Europe. Be yourself, Dylan. Ronaldo's son gets first call up. He could be the next world star. Ronaldo, as in, are we talking about the real Ronaldo? As in the original Ronaldo? Ronaldo Luis Nazario? Il Fenomeno, or Fenomeno, whatever we call him. Are we talking about him, or are we talking about Cristiano Ronaldo? Plazzy Ronaldo. Ben Twist, Liverpool finished top 3, absolutely minimum next season. Yeah, there's no way Liverpool finished lower than that. Edward, and I only think that because we will rebuild and have to adjust to the new team. That makes sense, Edward. Yeah, no, I get that. I do agree we will rebuild and there'll be a lot of changes, and that's why I've said I don't think we'll win the league next season, but I don't think we drop down that far. We're still... You don't finish 6th with Salah and Van Dijk and Alisson, and you just don't. You just don't. There's too much quality in there. It would have to be a very, very bad season with lots of injuries, and all of the players that we sign are dreadful. I mean, it could happen, but I can't see it. Stanley, where's that PSG top from? Looks class. That PSG top is... I bought it in Paris in the year 2000 when I was in Paris. Obviously, that doesn't make sense if I'd have bought it in Paris, not being in Paris. What are you talking about? I bought it in Paris, and it has Ronaldinho on the back, because that was the shirt that he was wearing in that season. Abs, Inter will be in the Champions League final, trust me. Okay, well, we're getting close. We're only 5 minutes to kick off here now. Jadon Thompson, to be honest, I think Dumfries should be a good signing for Liverpool. Yeah, Dutchman. Dutch Dumfries. Would be a good partner for Van Dijk and Slot and Gravenberch and Gakpo. We've got, a Dutch contingent there, haven't we? Plus, Sipke Hulshoff and Johnny Heitinga and some of the staff who are Dutch as well. So plenty of Dutch people, Dutch players, whatever at Liverpool. Rolex Slaps. Yo, how you doing? Ben, how are we? It's Xavier. What's it on? It's on Amazon Prime, Xavier. I'm good, Ben. Thank you. Really good, mate. Hope you're good too. DJ Lewis Hall is the best left back in the Premier League. Is he? Unsurprising. You might be surprised to hear that DJ is a Newcastle fan when he says that. Kesh Logistics LLC 2-1 Inter. Okay, quite a few are changing the predictions to Inter to nick it, especially with that Barca fullback situation. Martin on the left, Garcia on the right, no Koundé, no Balde. They've got, and they're up against Dumfries and DeMarco, who gave Barcelona such a torrid time in that first leg. Ben, Rockslap, can you try and find out? Can't find it. It is, mate. It's on Amazon Prime Video. So you have to go to Amazon and try and sign in. Or sign in. If you've got Amazon Prime, then you can watch it. If you've not, then you can't. Sorry, buddy. If you've not, you buy, stick with us. I'll tell you what's going on. Ben would love Dumfries at LFC, him or Frimpong. I don't want either of them at Liverpool. I mean, I'd no problem with them replacing Trent. They're very good, but they'd cost an absolute fortune. And immediately, if you're Conor Bradley and those come in, I'm just a bit like... I want Conor Bradley to get more of a chance. I think he's right. I think we need to give him an opportunity. And the only way we do that is if we bring in a right back who's maybe a little bit a little bit more experienced. Maybe someone who we can move out of the team in a couple of years. Abs, Inter at the San Siro, a different gravy. Well, they weren't against Roma and they weren't against AC Milan in the last couple of weeks. Watership Allen, a right-back, centre-back hybrid would be more beneficial than directly replacing Trent. Yes, you are so right. I love that. Yes, I absolutely agree. We want a right-sided Gvardiol, don't we? That's what we're talking about. I think that is what Arne Slot will end up going for. That's why there's links to the likes of Geertruida, Feyenoord, various others we've been linked with of that sort of a standing, big tall lads who can get up and down. Bissek as well, we've not been linked to him, but I tell you what, if we were looking for like a right back / right sided centre back, Bissek would be one. Bissek's very, very good. Been very impressed with him at Inter Milan. DJ, Inter were lucky to get a draw v Barca. Seriously, Inter were the best team, I thought. They were the best team. Stanley, I remember when Juve were a dangerous team. No one wanted to play them back in the day. Yep. Zidane, Del Piero, Trezeguet, Camoranesi, Lilian Thuram, Buffon in goal. So many top players in that Juve side. DJ, Barca can win the quad. Can't they? Don't think. Oh, they might be able to win the quad then, actually. Yeah. Who's moving on today, bro? I assume you mean who's going out. I would say who's going out. I think it's going to be Inter. Yeah. DJ, well, you finished 5th with them in 22-23, to be honest. Yeah, but that was slightly different. Javier going to touch you. Can't find it on Prime. It is on Prime, mate. Yeah, it's definitely on Prime. Jake Curtin, Skelly Hall and O'Reilly was ironically all midfielders going through the youth ranks. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, the youth ranks, there's always players in the youth teams going and they get up to the first team and they end up changing position. It happens all the time. Like I said, Andy Carroll was a fullback in the youth team. Jamie Carragher was a centre forward. Harry Kane was a number 6. So it all changes. We're off. We are off and underway here. I've got the setup all right. Have I got that kit right? Looks a lot more luminous yellow than the greeny colour that I've got lined up. Barca are in here. Chance if they get this right. Very nearly. Oh, it's offside. Very nearly 1-0 Barca there already. Jake Curtin Hall has better stats, by the way. No. Slot's actually trying to build the Dutch national team in Liverpool. Callum, prediction. I think it's going to be 1-1, mate. Jonathan Guzman, I'll check in at half-time, enjoy the game. Good man, yeah, no problem. We're off and underway, as I say. If you want to see the clock and the scoreboard, you want to see a bit more of a, again, camera, audio, better audio, visual setup, get over to YouTube, search Premier League Dad. We're live on YouTube right now. All of the schedule for all of our live watch-alongs are set there, and you can see them, all the games that we're going to be live for over the next 2 weeks. So we're live at least 2, 3, 4 times a day for watch-alongs, different games all over the world. Abs, Bradley is good enough. I'm just worried about injuries. I don't know why people keep thinking Bradley's got loads of injuries or bad injury record. He really hasn't. Kuna to United. I hope not. I think it'll all be very much determined by whether or not Manchester United actually win the Europa League. If they win the Europa League, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Because then they'll have that Champions League attraction, that Champions League pull. If they don't win the Europa League, no, definitely not. DJ, I thought in the second half they started to lose the ball a lot and looked tired, very tired. Yeah, but you've got to remember, Mkhitaryan is literally this close to putting them 4-3 up. And Rafinha's goal bounces in off Sommer's back. So if we're talking about luck, it was literally this close to being 4-2 Inter, and the tie might have been dusted. Abs Juve were 100% on the juice back in the day. No one can change my mind. Yeah, plenty. I think Roy Keane said that, didn't he? Roy Keane and Scholes were talking about that. Couldn't get near him. Watership Allen, that hybrid with someone like Kirkes on the left. Love that. 3-2-5 on the ball. Yeah, sort of a proper 4-3-3, but then just go like that and just tilt it, and we end up going with 3 at the back, as you say, 2-5, and a lot more attacking threat down that left hand side. No skill Aaron, can't call Bruno mid when he clears your favourite midfielders. Abs, that 22 season though, our midfield was absolutely knackered from the quad, pushed the season before, yeah. Edward, I'm going to head over elsewhere, see you over there. Alright mate, cheers. Romeo, who do you think will win the league next season in the Prem? Depends on this summer, Romeo. Depends entirely on this summer. We don't know, do we? Again, I mean, there's so many players linked with Arsenal, Liverpool, City. We just don't know. It feels like it's too big of a jump yet to say they're definitely going to win it or they're definitely not going to win it. Because, look, I've said I think Liverpool. I'm a big Liverpool fan. I've watched Liverpool for a long, long time. I don't think we're going to win it next season because of the rebuild that I think Slot is going to do. So, Yamal again. He's unbelievable. Little nibble there from DeMarco. Might be a yellow card. No. Yeah, he got a kick there. So yeah, I think with Liverpool, if we went out this summer and we went and bought, say, an Alexander Isak or someone like that, we go and sign an Isak, then automatically we go from being a team that, oh yeah, they could challenge for the league again. They're already a title winning team. To you'd make us absolute nailed on favourites. You can go and get a game changing signing like that, and maybe we just become an absolute certainty to win it. You could apply that same logic to Arsenal. You could probably apply that to City as well. If they go out and make the right signings, if they go and get maybe a Rodrigo from Real Madrid, which is another one they've been linked to, and they go and refresh that midfield, maybe they go and buy, I don't know, maybe someone like Gibbs White and maybe Barella comes in or Edison from Atalanta, someone like that. You could see City really kicking on, couldn't you? So I don't know. Oh, what the hell is Sommer doing there? Ball got played into the box. That's a foul. Oh no, the rest playing on. It's a really fast start here. What I was talking about before maybe happening, it being a cagey first half hour. No, not at all. It's been a really, really fast start, and it's Barcelona doing all the pressing in the opening 5 minutes. Barca doing all the pressing. Ben, who do you want then at right back? I don't want us to go back through the whole Conor Bradley discussion, round in circles. Conor Bradley on ability is absolutely quality. Can't depend on him throughout a full season. But again, you've no evidence to back that up at all. It's purely a gut feel thing. There's no evidence to suggest that Conor Bradley is injury prone. And even if you do have any sort of look at this injury, look at that one. Gerrard was thought of injury prone about the same age as Conor Bradley. He seemed to turn out alright. He's still growing into his body, he's still a young man. So you get those sort of niggles and muscle strains and things like that when you're training as much as these lads do. So yeah, I don't think for 1 second Conor Bradley would be characterised as injury prone. And I have no problem with us being... Maybe I don't want him as starting right back. I think that would be quite a drop off from Trent. But I don't want to go out there and get a 25-year-old right back either. I'd rather us go and get a 28, 29-year-old. Someone like Olaine from Nottingham Forest. Had a top season for Forest. He's been very, very good there. Can play right back, can play left back. He's available on a free. And in a year's time or 2 years' time, he probably steps back into being backup for Liverpool and Conor Bradley's number one. So it gives Conor Bradley a platform to build on. Romeo, do you think Arsenal will be challenging for the title next season? Yeah, I do. Of course, I'm sure Arsenal will be challenging for the title, but I also think that Mikel Arteta leaves the club. I've thought it for a little while now, and it does seem like it's building to a crescendo, doesn't it? That Mikel Arteta's getting a lot of pressure building. There's a lot of pressure just ramping up with Mikel Arteta. A lot of the Arsenal fans now starting to think, hang on a minute, if we don't win the Champions League and maybe City finish ahead of us in the league, it's been a really, really poor season again in year 6 of Mikel Arteta, and he's got a lot of the big decisions wrong. He signed Gabriel Jesus, that wasn't the right signing. He signed Kai Havertz, that wasn't the right signing. Arsenal and Mikel Arteta have seemingly determined that neither of those are now good enough, even though they spent over 110, 120 million, whatever it was, on those signings. approved by Mikel Arteta. So now he wants a third signing, a third big striker signing. And I don't know if he's going to get the backing from the club. And if he does get the backing, great, but is it going to be the right signing? If they give him a lot of money to get it right, they've given him 50, 60 million to spend on strikers before, and he got it wrong twice. Here's Yamal. Oh, it's a great run. It's a great block from Inter as well. Cleared away. It's very much on it's a Barcelona pressing here early and getting all the chances, all the ball Barcelona in the opening 10 minutes. Abs 08, I just want Liverpool to make a big statement marquee signing. We never make those, mate. We never ever make those. It's just not a Liverpool thing. I know we bid for Caicedo and it never came off. We never that was the most un-Liverpool thing I can remember us doing is bidding for, like, even Van Dijk. I mean, Van Dijk, a lot of people knew that he was a top centre back, but not like it wasn't like an unbelievable world class signing, like a wow, how have Liverpool pulled that off? We signed him for big money from Southampton, and that's a Liverpool signing. We get players who are maybe a step below the unachievable. We don't do what Chelsea do or United do or City do. That's not Liverpool. It's never been Liverpool. So I don't think we go out there and buy a marquee signing. Liverpool signing Isak would be the most un-Liverpool thing ever. I'd love it to happen, but I don't think it will. Romeo, do you think Arsenal will be challenging? Sorry, Jake. City are finna go big, linked with some massive names. Absolutely. Romeo, Lamine Yamal is class. I reckon it'll be Barca PSG final. Yeah, I'd agree. Totally agree. Certainly the one everyone wants to see, isn't it? Reese, 75k watching that match in the stadium today. Absolutely mental. Just one stadium I've never been to, the San Siro. And obviously it's getting knocked down, isn't it? It's sad. All these old stadiums getting knocked down. Don't like it. Much rather they renovate them. Ben, I don't disagree with you in terms of getting a solid right back, but not a top right back, so Bradley can grow. But to leave ourselves with Conor Bradley, a first choice right back, is stupid and would be self-harm. Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I mean. I don't want us to get no one, or us to just get like a younger right back behind Conor Bradley. I just don't want us to spend an absolute fortune trying to replace Trent. When I think that in a year or two, Conor Bradley can be that replacement. So I want young players in the academy at Liverpool. It's part of our ethos as a club, isn't it? That you have young players seeing a route to the first team. And if we sell one of our first team players and we have a young player there waiting in the wings who's done incredibly well when he's been called upon, and he has, irrespective of what you might say about injuries, irrespective of that, Conor Bradley has been incredible. I don't think it would be right. I think it would send a massive message to a lot of our young players if we then go out and we sign a Frimpong or whoever, any top right back you want to name out there. I don't think that would be the right thing to do. Edward, who have you got winning the Championship next season? I'm saying Southampton. I don't know. Could be a lot of teams down there. Depends on who maybe doesn't go through the playoffs as well. Eds, Arsenal have been really unlucky with injuries. They've had the most injuries this season. Nope. No, they've not. Not even close. Not even close have Arsenal had the most injuries this season. Not even close. And also, by the way, the team, the players that they have had injured, it's not been so unlucky. Like, if you look at the players they're missing, Mikel Arteta did a big statement, a big oh my God, look how many players we've got out. There's only 2 of them that would get in his first team anyway. You're missing 2 first teamers. That's it. Havertz and Gabriel, that was it. There's nobody else gets in the first team. Gabriel Jesus doesn't get in the first team. Tomiyasu doesn't get in the first team. Calafiori doesn't get in the first team. All the players that he was naming, they don't even get in the first team. Don't know what he's talking about. not saying that you wouldn't benefit from having him in the squad, of course, but you can't use that as a platform to then say, well, Arsenal have won sod all this season. Oh, Thuram's in, no flag, might be 1-0 Inter. What's he doing? And now the flag goes up, but I tell you what, Marcus Thuram, if that doesn't get flagged there, Marcus Thuram has had an absolute disaster. Is he onside? Oh, he's miles off. He's miles off. Really good offside trap there from Barcelona. It was played through, I think it was by Barella. Marcus Thuram tried to beat the offside trap. Massive amount of space between Szczesny and the final Barca centre-back. We're seeing that already, by the way. Massive gulf between Barca's final centre-back. Usually it's Pau Cubarsí who's the deepest of the two. Inigo Martinez getting a lot of ball. And there's a massive gap in behind. So Thuram and Martinez are just sitting on the shoulder. And the Inter are knocking the ball long over the top. We're seeing how the game's set up already. Romeo, are you disappointed that Liverpool lost to Chelsea on Sunday? I'm disappointed, but I wouldn't say like heartbroken. We've won the league, so it was always going to be a tough game. Stamford Bridge is a tough place to go, even with your first choice 11. But Liverpool took out. We didn't have Diaz. We didn't have our entire midfield. No Szoboszlai, no McAllister, no Gravenberch. So all of our legs and energy was gone. We had Endo starting his first game of the season. We had Jarrell Kwanzaa in, no Konate. We had Tsimikas in there over Andy Robertson, who gives us, again, more energy, more legs. So, yeah, it was a heavily rotated squad, and a lot of the players hadn't even played together before. So, it wasn't surprising, let's say that. But yes, of course it's disappointing. You never ever want to lose a game. Eddie, Saka had half a season injured. That's a big impact. Oh, shot there from Yamal. Straight down the throat of Sommer. Good save. First shot on target, that, isn't it? Yeah, Saka's not had half the season injured, right? He's not had half the season injured. And by the way, Arsenal were 9 points behind when they had Saka. Up to December, when Saka first got injured, they were 9 points behind then. So this whole idea that it's a really good piece of play that by Szczesny. Szczesny's having to play as a sweeper keeper, and he's not really suited to being a sweeper keeper at 36 or however old he is. You know, he's not really got a lot of pace, so his starting position is going to have to be very good. I tell you what we might see tonight already. I reckon you might see a couple of times Inter having a goal from the halfway line, because Szczesny is starting outside his area. Szczesny is standing outside his area, and Inter Milan, chance here for Thuram. Poor crap. Absolutely awful. Yeah, Inter will have a goal from the halfway line here. They're picking the ball up. Barca are high. The keeper's having to be high to prevent the offside trap being broken. That might happen. It might happen. A. Matthews, who's had more injuries than Arsenal? Spurs. Spurs for the kickoff. Yeah, Spurs have had far more injuries. Far more devastating injuries as well. Reese, I hate how late they flag for offside now. Yeah, I mean, that's just part and parcel of it these days, isn't it? Blanchmeister, Arsenal didn't win last season. Saka played then, so it's no excuse. Listen, again, no skill, Aaron. The space in behind and around Barca's defence. Bang on, right? Yeah, absolutely agree, Aaron. Reese, Saka was only out, 3 months? And like you said, we were 9 points behind. I just don't think it's not that I'm saying Arsenal haven't had injuries. What I'm saying is a lot of other teams have had injuries. Injuries are part and parcel of the game, and it's disingenuous to use that as the platform to say the reason that Arsenal have been below par this season or have had a poor season is injuries. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. What's the score, mate? It's 0-0. Inter 0, Barca 0. It's been all Barcelona. Inter are now just pushing forward, and they've got a corner here. There's a lot of space in behind that Barcelona defence, and that certainly looks like what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of knocking it long, knocking it over the top, and Inter have got runners. They've got DiMarco, they've got Dumfries, they've got Thuram. They've got lots of pace in behind, and to be honest, I don't back Eric Garcia, Inigo Martinez, or Martin, running back. They're not pacey players, really. And Szczesny is like 36, 37, however old he is. There might be a red card here at some point, because they keep knocking it through. Inter are running forward. there might be a last-ditch tackle at some point. So maybe I'd back a red card here. Back a red card, maybe back a shot from the halfway line for Inter as well, because Szczesny's out his area a lot. Ben, no one can doubt his ability. He is quality. His performance last year was one of the best individual performances I've seen from a kid. That's Conor Bradley. Yeah, absolutely agree, Ben. You hate Mikel Arteta like I hate Ange. I don't hate Mikel Arteta. I do hate Mikel Arteta. Into with the flick on. It's gone behind. It's another corner. Callum Thuram is awful. But again, has anyone seen what's happened with Thuram, by the way? Has anyone seen what's gone on? There's this big... I saw loads of videos and stuff posted on socials in the last 24 hours about Thuram. I was actually surprised that he was starting tonight. I thought he would drop out the team. Çalhanoğlu from distance, miles over the bar. It's going to be another corner. I don't know why. That looked like a goal kick. Ben, I don't like it when Slot does that. Jobs get done and he heavily changes the side. Did it against PSV and we lost. And then Sunday, don't like it. You've got to rotate the squad. You can't have the same players playing all the time. You've got to give the squad players a chance to shine, and you've got to give them an opportunity to prove that they can be in the squad and they can make that first team. And to be honest, if that was an audition on Sunday, it wasn't a very good one. Ball into the box. DeMarco picks it up on the far side for Inter. First real spell of pressure from Inter. And that's really, really smart play from Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is not just smart attacking-wise. Defensively, he's just done a job there on Inter. Oh, really poor play from Pedri in the middle. Giving it away. That's a rare loss of the ball from Pedri. Blanchmeister, all that matters is Liverpool are champions. Reese, if we want to challenge for the league, we can't just say, oh, we didn't win it because of Saka's injured. Yeah, again, nobody would argue at all that losing Saka for an extended period of time is going to hurt a team. So, yeah, you've got to say that, but I just don't think you can use it as a platform to say, well, that's the reason that you've not had the season you wanted to have. Callum, yep, I've seen what's happened. What's happened with Thuram. Again, I'm probably at risk of talking about it on a live stream, so I won't say anything. But go and have a look. Go and have a look on X. Go and have a look and read up about whatever the allegations that have come out about Marcus Thuram in the last 24 hours, and make your mind up. I only saw it fleeting as I was coming on to the live, and I was a little bit like, surely he's not going to be playing tonight then, if that's the case. But I've only had a glance at it. I'm not entirely sure whether or not it's accurate, if it's got legs, but have a look. It's getting a little bit bitty now. Here's a chance. This could be 1-0. This could be 1-0. And it is. It's 1-0 Inter. He's not offside there. That is 1-0. That's a great goal as well. That's a fabulous goal. Inter Milan 1-0. Oh, he's definitely onside. He is definitely onside. It's Barca, again, we talked about it all in the first half here. Barcelona pushing very, very high. The back line leaving lots of space between Szczesny and the back final defender. And they've been beating it. The Inter offside, the Barca offside trap's been terrible. And it's just a simple ball through. He's miles onside, Thuram, and he just rolls it across to Martinez, who taps it in. It's not Thuram, it's Dumfries. Dumfries breaking the line. And it's a tap-in for Martinez. It's a tap-in. 1-0. 1-0. Fabulous goal for Inter Milan. There you go, 1-0. Lautaro Martinez, who many thought might not even make the live tonight. Make the match tonight. But there you go, 9 goals in 13 matches in the Champions League this season. Barca's high line is suicidal, says Callum. Yeah, they've definitely shot themselves in the foot there. They have. I mean, look, we saw them start the game well. They played really, really high, and they pressed, and they got in and around the Inter box quite quickly. So I can understand the intensity part of it, is trying to squeeze them up and stuff. But you just can't play that higher line when you've got slow defenders, and you've got that much pace in the inter-attack. It's a bit disrespectful, really, from Hansi Flick to look at it and go, well, yeah, do you know what? We can handle that. We can handle that. We're going to leave a massive gap, and they've not learned. They're still playing with a really high line there. No skill, Aaron. I said Inter 3-1 before the game. It's in the chat. We are coming. Arsenal v Inter final. Reese, I've just looked it up. How they've started Thuram, I don't know. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Absolutely mad. I couldn't believe that was accurate when I first saw the tweet. I think it was that had been posted, and then I watched the video that came with it, and I was a bit like, ooh, yeah, that's not a good look. But again, it's all on the allegations, and I have no idea. Ben, Arsenal have about as much chance of being in that final as Liverpool do. Hey, listen, again, I don't want to say too much about Arsenal because I called the whole United thing against Bilbao and that didn't work out, so I'm trying to stay quiet as much as possible on the Arsenal PSG thing. I can't see them, but I really don't want them to get to that final. And if they do, I hope they've got Barcelona there, because if they play Inter Milan, they'll beat these. They'll beat these. No skill, Aaron. Apparently that's a very old video and it's already been settled in court. All right, okay. Maybe that's just Barcelona tactics then, just to try and unsettle him before a big semi-final. I don't know. Again, that's the first time I've heard of it, so maybe that is the case indeed, that it's already been settled. Here's Lamine Yamal down the right-hand side. Good ball in. Too easy. Cleared away. Shot from distance. Oh, that's much better from Barca. That's really, really smart play. Chance. Oh, unlucky, just wide. And there's a claim here. There's a claim for a handball. They're going to check it. There's an early claim for a handball here. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what? I don't want to see it given, but it does hit his hand, and I've seen him given in the Champions League. There is a check. There is a check for a handball. I don't want to see it given, but in the Champions League, they have give these sorts of penalties before. Definitely hits Bastoni's hand. It definitely hits Bastoni's hand. Yeah, see, I mean, I think... No, he's not giving it. No penalty. No penalty. See, there you go, Aaron. You're saying that would be harsh. I completely agree with you, mate. I completely agree with you. But, as Mark Clattenburg is saying, they have a different... The UEFA referees, the calibration for a handball, the sort of threshold for a handball, is much, much lower than the Premier League. The Premier League, it does have to be a lot higher. It has to be like a, how far away was it from his hand? Was there intent? Did it lead up to a goal? Anything like that? I mean, evidently Garnaccio's wasn't, but there's a lot higher threshold in the Premier League for a handball. In the Champions League and any of the European competitions, if it hits your hand in the penalty area, however the position is, however there's intent, whatever the case may be, it nearly always gets given. We saw that. Was it Newcastle and PSG? Newcastle and PSG in the Champions League not that long ago. That was at the Parc des Princes, wasn't it? That handball, I remember that one being given. I was a bit like, that's not handball. You can't give that. But again, that's UEFA. That's what we've seen many, many times. If nothing else, they are consistent. But it's not consistent with the Premier League refs. The Premier League refs clearly think they need to take other things into consideration. Here's Lamine Yamal up against DiMarco down the right-hand side. Can Barca get back into this? Good ball in. Again, DiMarco winning it back. Well played. Really well played by Inter. Really, really well played. They're in again here, Inter, if they get this right. No. It's really not that far away from Inter killing this tie, though, if they get this right. Oh, now Barca are way down the other end. Oh, my God, get this. Have a shot. What are you doing? Oh, you divvy. Have a shot. He gets a corner. Danny Olmo's absolutely shocking. Do you know what? He's one of them players I just never ever rate. I've never rated Danny Olmo. Ever. The Inter strikers are so slow. Well, Thuram has got a little bit of pace, hasn't he? Not much, but he has got a little bit of pace. Martinez maybe not so much. That's why they're relying on Dumfries and DeMarco getting forward. That's why they're keeping them quite high. Obviously, it was Dumfries who gets the assist again for that first goal. Right, Inter to defend this corner. They've cleared it away. Ooh. Right. So we're already seeing the game drop into that sort of a shape now where it's Inter sitting back very, very deep. They've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 around the edge of their own penalty area. Barca sky a shot from distance. It's going to be a lot of that, I would imagine. Lots of shots from outside the area now. Reece almost has one good tournament and then signs for Barca. Yeah, I've never really rated him. Never rated him. Oh, that's good play again by Barca. Oh, slip there from Bissek. Oh, how's that stayed in? Very lucky there. Oh, no. Silly. Oh, corner. Barella, absolutely foolish there. So good as well. It's always your best players who seem to mess up on nights like this, isn't it? See it so many times. Your best players absolutely flopping it on a big night. Callum, brilliant by Bastoni there. Yeah, really, really good. Ball into the box, too easy. Sommer punches it away. If Inter Milan were to win this tournament, playing devil's advocate, if Inter Milan were to win this tournament, do we think that they're the sort of team, the sort of club that would see their best players then sort of prized away? You know, would we see Barella, Dumfries, Bastoni, all sort of quickly leave the club? Because that strikes me as, you know, it's an Inter side that's in a very, very good moment in that a lot of the players are coming into their peak at the right time. Whereas Barcelona feel like they're a very good side, but they're all quite young. There's a lot of youth in that Barca squad. I think, yeah, this might just be the case of Inter Milan hitting the peak altogether at just the right time. As we saw with other teams over the years, Leicester, for example, was a little bit like that. And then as soon as they won something big, it was like right, we need to go and pinch all their best players. Mahrez left, Kante left, Drinkwater left. So yeah, I imagine Inter would get kind of picked apart. Where I feel like if Barca won it, and to a degree if PSG won it as well, Barca and PSG, they'd go from strength to strength. They'd use this as a platform to build on and become more of a European superpower, whereas it feels like if Inter won it, or even if Arsenal won it, I feel like if Arsenal won it, it feels like that would prompt Real Madrid to go, right, we have to get Saliba. Do you know what I mean? And then maybe you'd even see things being linked with, Rice. Maybe Real Madrid targeting Rice and things like that. That could happen again. They certainly need someone in that midfield, don't they? No skill Aaron, how old is Bastoni? I think he's about 26 or 27, isn't he? He might even be a bit younger than that, to be honest. No skill Aaron, I think most of them won't want to leave Italy, though. That's true. Yeah, I mean, again, you get that with a lot of Italians, don't you? Italians tend to stick in Italy. They don't tend to leave. And when they do tend to leave, they don't often do all that well. As players. As managers, of course, they do brilliantly. They seem to win things all over the world as managers. But when players leave Serie A, they don't always do as well. Great ball in. Must be. Oh, Garcia with a wonderful cross. Ferran Torres, how's he missed that? Eric Garcia is screaming at him going, get your head on that. Oh, you absolute donut. You've got to get your head on that. That's really poor from Ferran Torres. Garcia is absolutely raging at him. Reece, Jan Sommer is an underrated keeper. Yeah, he was at Mönchengladbach for a long time, wasn't he, Jan Sommer? Yeah, he's again, he's getting on. He's an older keeper, but he has been very good for many years. Bulldozer, don't diss Drinkwater. He's a cracking brickie. That's probably all Danny did. Drinkwater. Danny didn't. Danny did. Yeah, no, he's only just retired, hasn't he, Danny Drinkwater? Oh, Yamal's getting kicked all over the place by DeMarco here already. And do you know what? That's the other thing I've got already for tonight, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I had a bet earlier in the game that it would be both teams to score and both teams to receive a card. I think I've got both teams to score, both teams to receive a card, and I think, did I do? Yeah, both teams score, both teams receive a card, and Barca to qualify. That's what I've done. So, and I think we'll get both teams to score. We might even get Barca to qualify, but this referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. He isn't booking anyone, by the looks of it. Bulldozer, yeah, he's working on building sites now. Is he actually, or is that just a gag? Is that just a... I didn't know that was serious. I thought that was just a... ribbing him. Oh, chance, Yamal must be. Oh, it's just wide. Well, it's miles wide. Yellow card. Just as I'm saying, no yellow cards from this ref, he gives a yellow card. Who's he carded? Who's he carded? Oh, yeah, it's a clear yellow. It's a clear yellow. Is he giving the free kick as well? Bastoni was all over Yamal there. Is he going to get the free kick? Surely they're not going to get the free kick as well. Çalhanoğlu's been booked. And it is a free kick right on the edge of the Barca... Sorry, the Inter penalty area. That feels a little bit disingenuous to me. Why did he get that? Do you know what? That to me... Is he going to get... No, it's a goal kick. Okay, then, that makes sense. Christ, I thought he actually got the free kick. Because I've seen that happen a lot recently, haven't you? Where it's like, ball goes through, player gets fouled, and the ball rolls on. Someone has a shot, it goes wide, and then the ref brings it back for a free kick. You can't have that. You can't have advantage and then drag back. Thankfully, it's not. No skill, Aaron. I've got that on, plus Rafinha and Yamal shot on target with Rafinha goal and assist. Goal or assist. Right, okay. Inter in again here. Dumfries. Must be a shot. Good block. Very good from Barca. Legit. I seen that with Drinkwater on site. That's some fall from grace, innit? Some fall from grace to be working on a building site. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with working on a building site. Absolutely not. I've done it myself. But to be a Premier League footballer on millions of pounds and then be a brickie, something's gone wrong. Something's seriously gone wrong in life. Shot from distance. Oh! Very nearly 2-0 into it. It was a volley there from Mkhitaryan. Goodness gracious me. Ben, my bet's going well. Goal and 3 corners in each half. Yamal and 2 shots on target. Martinez 2 shots on target. Dumfries goal or assist. And both keepers 4 saves. Jesus Lord, Ben. Reece, surely they can't reward a free kick if they play advantage. I've seen it a few times recently. I thought that's exactly what happened there. Again, I was my sense of injustice was screaming because very nearly a poor back pass there. Goodness gracious me! I'm gonna have to change that. I know we're halfway through the game, but I keep seeing that background colour. That's just not right at all. That's not the colour of the kit that Barcelona have on. That feels a bit more like it. There you go, that feels a bit better, maybe. Ish. You won't know what I'm talking about here on TikTok. I'm trying to change the colour of Barcelona's kit on the scoreboard on YouTube because I can't quite get it right. I've seen Barca's kit and the colour that I've got it isn't right. And it's doing me head in. It looks a bit more luminous than that, doesn't it? It's like that, maybe. Is it that? That looks about right. Let's try that. Yeah, go on. We'll do that. That might work. Yamal. Oh! I thought that might have been a penalty. Oh, Yamal. Has he stayed down? Is he getting up? What's going on? Yeah, he's back on his feet. It was a good tackle, that. I think it was Bastoni, wasn't it? Again, at the ready. Bastoni's always there at the back. Unbelievable. Reece, like when the United v Bilbao ref gave a red and then a penalty. Corruption. Yeah, you know it. Oh, here we go. Dumfries is away. He's got Martinez back post. There's nobody else up there. You've got to have a goal. Should have had a shot there. FM No Casuals. Where's Rafinha like? He's done nothing, has he? He's done absolutely nothing all game. Callum, Dembele and Kvaratskhelia would destroy this high line. Yeah. Right, Yamal dancing inside. And it's a great tackle from Bastoni. That's what you want to see. Unbelievable. No Skalaran, Rafinha takes Barca pens. Yes, sometimes. I think Danny almost took a couple as well, hasn't he? Chance. Oh my God, very nearly 2-0 again. Çalhanoğlu has to score there. He has to score. It's a long throw into the box. Barca clear it and it just falls at the feet of Çalhanoğlu about maybe 10 yards out on his left foot. Clear strike at goal. Just wide of the side post of the and the side netting rather. Clips the side netting as it goes behind. Very nearly 2-0 into. Reece, Saka and Martinelli would have a field day with this Barca defence. Yeah, again, that's the other worry. I don't know. I think it might well be that whoever wins that Barca PSG game, Arsenal PSG game, probably ends up winning the lot. Oh, Barca giving it away again. Chance here. Martinez could be 2. Could be 2. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. Has he give it? Did he get it? I think he might have got the ball there, Pau Kabasi. If he's just nicked that, that's again. We might be witnessing the best 2 centre-backs in Europe this season. Fans are going absolutely nuts, screaming for a penalty. But I think Pau Kabasi makes one of the best last-ditch tackles we've seen in some time. Lautaro Martinez is through on goal. He's just waiting to pull the trigger. He's seconds away from having a strike on goal. What's he doing? The referee stopped the play for the injury to Martinez. He's not given a penalty. Let's just watch this back. Does he actually get something? He does. It's a great tackle. It's a great tackle. You're not getting a penalty for that. Oh, do you know what? He might have to go through the man to get it. Potential penalty check. Do you know what? The more I'm looking at it, Might be a red. Well, not a red. It might be a pen. Can't be a red. Unless he's wearing a Man United kit or a Bilbao kit, evidently. Callum so slow, brain dead. These Inter forward should have been wrapped up the tie. He doesn't get any on it. He doesn't touch it. He doesn't get a touch on it. He doesn't get a touch on it. That's a penalty. That is a penalty. That is a penalty. Telling you. He's going to go and look at it. And yeah, there you go. VAR. Penalty. It's going to be 2-0 Inter. That's a penalty. That is a penalty. Starlight, did the defender get the ball? No. It did look like it in real time. In real time, it did look like it. And do you know what? I'll say this, right? This proves how difficult referees' jobs is, right? It's so difficult. He's given the penalty. He's only took one look at it. It's a pen, right? We took multiple looks at that from multiple angles, and we couldn't get it right. We couldn't get it right. Barca manager is absolutely raging. Inter manager was raging before that. You can't get it right. You can't win with these people. You can't win. Callum, red card then. No, it can't be a red card. It will be a yellow, certainly won't it? But it can't be a red. It can't be a red and a penalty because it's double jeopardy. But it'll be a yellow. It'll be a free kick and a yellow card. Sorry, penalty kick and a yellow card. That's Barca gone. Starlight, Barca will still score. Yeah, I think Barca will still score. Çalhanoğlu is going to take this. Çalhanoğlu v Szczesny. This is a big moment in this tie. 45 minutes on the clock. About to go to half time. If Inter score, it changes that entire team talk. If Szczesny saves it, then again, it changes the entire team talk. Barca will bounce in to the final if he saves this or if he misses it. I think if he scores, I think it's Inter. I think it's Inter going to Munich if he scores it. If he misses it, I think it's Barca. Here's Çalhanoğlu. It's 2. It's a great pen. It's a great pen. Çalhanoğlu puts Inter 2 up. 2 up in the tie. And what did I say? A low-scoring game. It's going to have to be Barca coming back into this now. They were 2-0 up in the first leg. Remember, they were 2-0 up in the first leg and Barca turned it round. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility that we see this turned around again. No skill, Aaron. I told you, Inter versus Arsenal final, man. Just have to believe me. I'm telling you, Inter were always a dark horse. They were always likely to be a dark horse. I think, do you know what Barca players are saying? They're saying you've got to send him off for that. Because Çalhanoğlu ran into the stands, didn't they? I think there might be or at least they were pushing for an extra yellow card for Çalhanoğlu for over-celebrating. Because he... Yeah, no, I don't think so. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it for that. Starlight, Arsenal aren't advancing. Yeah, I don't think so either, mate. I don't think so either. But there you go. Çalhanoğlu penalty puts Inter 2-0 up tonight. 2-0 up on the night. 2-0 up in the tie. Arguments breaking out. Has there been yellow cards? Because I have got potential red card check. For what? For who? Potential red card. Is there a red? Check is over. No red card. It would have been Inigo Martinez, I think. Jesus Lord. And he's going to blow up straight away because there's only 1 minute of injury time being given. What a breathless first half we've had here. Arsenal versus Inter. No skill, Aaron. Kabasi, no booking. No booking for Kabasi. No booking for any Barcelona players thus far. It has just been that one booking for Çalhanoğlu so far. It's quite odd, isn't it, actually, that he didn't book Pau Kabasi for that tackle. With it effectively being a last man tackle in the box, you would have thought he would have got a booking for it. NCL Inter to win the whole thing. And I think that might be it. Inzaghi absolutely bouncing on that touchline. San Siro sounds mega, doesn't it? It sounds like a proper atmosphere there tonight. And this could get fiery now in this second half. This could get really fiery. Right, there you go. The referee's blown up for half-time. Inter 2, Barcelona 0. They were 2-0 up in the first leg at the Olympic Stadium in Barcelona, and it all changed then. It all came back and levelled up. So I don't think there's any doubt at all. There's no doubt that we can see this change again. We can see Barcelona level it up. But it'd be, Inter Milan are 45 minutes away from a final here. And that, I'm sure, is what Inzaghi will be saying to them in that dressing room. He'll be saying, listen, you are so close here. You've put yourself right in the driver's seat. 45 minutes away. Big 45 minutes. Do nothing silly, because Barca will be at your heels. They'll be kicking away. They'll be trying to get you to bite back and get players sent off and get bookings and get free kicks and all that. They need to stay calm here, Inter Milan. Inter 2, Barcelona 0. Who saw that coming? Who saw that coming? Not me. Reece, Barcelona are going to turn into sulking children now. But they're very good at it. They're very good at it. This is what Barca are good at. They go a goal down, or 2 goals down, as the case may be, and we've seen them turn it round. They did it against Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey final. We saw them do it here in the first leg against Inter as well. So they've got experience. They know how to do it. They know how to master the dark arts. I wouldn't rule out an Inter player getting sent off. There's going to be yellow cards in this game now. We've already had one for Inter. Probably should have been one for Pau Kabasi as well, the centre back. FM No Casuals, down needed Thuram, shot on target 2. Aiden Cartwright, we are winning the Champions League. Jake, mental result, didn't expect this like Aiden Cartwright. We are winning the Champions League. Bye Barca. Inter never lost at home. No skill Aaron, I put money on Inter, Arsenal, Bodo and United win. Time will tell. Time will tell. Don't count your chickens just yet. Jake Curtin, who gets the Ballon d'Or now? This season's been so weird. Well, again, if Barca turn this round and Lamine Yamal has anything to do with it, whether it be an assist or a goal, you would have to say this is exactly the sort of platform where you do win a Ballon d'Or, isn't it? It's exactly where you prove yourself. So he might well. I still think Lamine Yamal's favourite to win that Ballon d'Or. They're screaming. They're desperate to give it to him. They really want to give it to him. They're so desperate to. Callum, wouldn't say wrapped up yet after last week. No red for Çalhanoğlu. I'd think Araujo comes on because of his pace. Yeah, Ronald Araujo seems like a good shout for Barca. I don't know who they take off though. Maybe they do take off Martin at left back, and they just put Araujo maybe up against Dumfries on that side. I don't know. Starlight, don't count Barca out. No, never ever count Barca out. NCL, Jacob Murphy. M157, what score is it? It's 2-0 to Inter. Inter 2, Barca 0. It's a huge night in the Champions League yet again. We had it last week with these two, 3-3. And, we're getting it again. High scoring game, lots of intensity, lots of questionable decisions. But I think we're going to see at least 2 more goals in that second half. I think Barca will almost certainly get at least 1. And 2-2 full time would be my bet. Based on what we've seen, I think Barca can hurt Inter in the second half. And I don't think Inter have got the pace to turn it round or to hurt them on the counter-attack. We've been saying for ages, haven't we, that there's so much space in behind Barca's defence. So much space. But Inter have got Thuram and Martinez, and they're not really getting beyond them enough. Doesn't feel like. Albeit, I know the 2 goals come from that, so it's a little bit hypocritical. But it feels like they've had a lot more chance, a lot more opportunities to break those lines, and they haven't. So, yeah, I don't know. Callum, if Inter wins the Champions League, do you think Salah wins it? Yeah, I mean, look, Salah from a PR point of view probably does make a lot of sense as well, doesn't he? I'm sure if they can't justify giving it to Lamine Yamal at 17 years old, then Mo Salah probably does get one, yeah. FM No Casuals. I actually want PSG to win it after Mbappe left. Yeah, I do as well. That's who if I'm cheering anyone on, it's PSG. I'm probably Inter Milan second. Neymar final score 2-3. Okay, plenty still thinking Barca can turn this round. Scousel will be 2-2 this. Luke Smith. Hi, good to see you, Luke. How you doing? Be yourself, Dylan. It was never a penalty. Well, he dove in, didn't he? He dove in, Pau Kabasi, and he didn't get any of the ball. He didn't touch the ball. You could see that. You could see that he takes Martinez's leg first. So, yeah, I've got to say I think it is a pen. I do. I think it's a nailed-on penalty. I don't even think it's a questionable one. Jake, highest wage bill in the year, and I've done for years now. Inter all the way. Neymar, Lewandowski will damage Inter with a brace, and Barca awarded a penalty to conclude the game. Yeah, do we think Lewandowski comes on here now? 2-0 down, might be his last season at Barcelona as well, I would imagine. This feels like a big opportunity to get him off the bench. Callum, Barcelona are playing glorified Spurs here defensively. Mitch, I love to see Barca losing. Well, that ball through there for Thuram, he's got to see. Look at that. The first chance that Thuram had, he got played through. He has to score. He has to score. Who was this? Who plays that? Is it DeMarco wins it, and then it is DeMarco. Yeah, DeMarco puts it through to. It's not Thuram. It's Dumfries. See, even BT Sport have made that same mistake. That wasn't Thuram, it was Dumfries, wasn't it? It's Dumfries. I don't know why they're saying it's Thuram. Game will end 3-1. I can't make my mind up. I cannot make my mind up on this one. James Moss, never a pen. I'm in a bar in Nice. Loads of Inter fans going off. May get a free drink here. Nice. 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 Enjoy that, James. Enjoy it, mate. Lovely part of the world. May get a free drink. It's a great ball forward, that. And again, it is a pen. It is a penalty. It is. You know, you can watch 10 different angles and it does look like he gets some of the ball, but he has to go through Martinez. He doesn't actually ever get a touch on the ball. When you look at it at that angle there, from behind the goal, you can tell he gets none of the ball, doesn't get a touch on it. So you can't dive in like that, get none of the ball, and not concede a penalty. It's a certainty. It's an absolute certainty. Neymar, Inter's not composed enough to guard the midfield territory because Barca is dominating entirely. They are, but in Barca's defence is just so high, isn't it? It's so high, and that's where Inter are causing them problems. That's where the 2 goals have come from. That's where the other Inter chances have come from playing over that high line or playing through it. And they'll leave more gaps in the second half, you would imagine. Aiden, you'll never walk alone. It wasn't a pen, in my opinion. How can't it have been a pen, Aiden? Surely, you can't dive in and not get a touch on the ball. If he dives in like that and doesn't get a touch on the ball, how is it not a pen? It has to be a pen. You'd be screaming for that if that was Liverpool. If that was Mo Salah running through, you would be screaming for that. There's absolutely no way that's not a penalty. Ben need 3 saves each. Cash out dropped to 25 quid. Aiden, you can't have seen that, mate. If you've said that he's touched the ball, You can't have seen the same replays that everyone else has. You can't have, especially that one from behind the goal. I promise you, mate, not being funny, watch it back. He doesn't get any of the ball. He doesn't get a touch on the ball. Like, at no point does Pau Kabasi's foot touch that ball. At no point. It is a nailed-on penalty. And I agree. I said, as soon as it happened, I said, I think it's a great tackle. Looks like a fantastic tackle. In real time, even the first replay back, actually, that they showed, it looked like a great tackle. It's that angle from behind the goal. It's that one angle, and you can see really, really clearly he doesn't get any touch on the ball at all. No touch. It's an absolute banker. The easiest decision that referee will make. Sturridge, Seedorf and Wayne Rooney giving their views on the game there for Amazon Prime. Quick reminder as well, by the way, that if you're after sticking around with us for the second half, again, we've had loads of people in the chat, loads of people giving comments on the games as we're going in from teams, all different types of football fans. If you do want to stick with us for the second half and you like these types of watch-alongs, make sure you get over to YouTube. Make sure you go and give us a like and a follow on YouTube. We've got the next 2 weeks of football all scheduled out. All the live watch-alongs that we'll be doing. Championship games, League One games, playoff finals. I've even booked in, this is how determined I am, this is how absolutely certain I am that it's going to be a Man United Spurs final. I've even done the Man United v Spurs thumbnail and I've booked it in. It's on YouTube, it's scheduled 6:30 PM on the 21st of May. We'll be going live. And it's the Manchester United Europa League final, Man United v Spurs. It's already there. Go to YouTube, go and have a look at it, get your notification bell on. Dappy Gunners, yes bro, he's not touching the ball. Please ask Saliba for better defence. I think Saliba might be going to Real Madrid this summer, sunshine. Never a pen in my opinion. Never a pen. I just don't know how you can say that's not a pen. He doesn't get anywhere near the ball. Game's gone soft, never a pen. You can't do that. You can't dive in, last man, get none of the ball. You couldn't do that 40 years ago, mate. So it's not the game's gone soft. You couldn't do that 40, 50 years ago. You'd have got a red card 50 years ago. The game's now changed a little bit with the whole double jeopardy thing. But yeah, there's absolutely no way you can say that's not a pen. Aiden, what did you get for dinner? I haven't had dinner. I brought these upstairs. I picked up some satsumas. I was gonna have some satsumas watching the live. I might still do, to be honest, but I haven't eaten really today. So yeah, I'm trying to shift some weight. I'm 3 stone down. I've got another TikTok channel where I lose some weight, and I'm 3 stone down since I started my whole health kick. So it's coming off slowly but surely. Still quite a bit to lose, like, but I'm getting there, hopefully. He stuck a leg out, not a pen. He definitely did. How can you say he stuck a leg out, not a pen? He cleared the player out. James Moss, Inter versus PSG is now the draw that Arsenal versus Barca would be. Expect some big ref errors in the second half and tomorrow. Oh, it's not the draw. Sorry, it's not the draw. So you think Arsenal versus Barca is the one that UEFA want, James? You're thinking that's what the team, the officials are trying to get hold of, that tie in Munich. Nah, I don't think so. I can't see Arsenal getting there. I almost certainly don't think they're going to beat PSG. I think PSG can sort them tomorrow. But again, look, we've seen a shock start to the game tonight. We saw a shock start to the game last week, didn't we? Into a 2-0 up at the Olympic Stadium. So, wouldn't be a surprise if Barca came back. But yeah, if Inter do make it, then they've obviously deserved it over 2 legs. Dappy, Arsenal will beat PSG 4-0. No, they won't. No, they won't. Don't be silly. Couldn't beat Bournemouth. How are you beating PSG? You got battered by Bournemouth at the weekend. No chance you're beating PSG at the Parc des Princes with Kvaratskhelia and Dembele flying at you. Callum, do you think if Atletico get our transfers right, we can win La Liga? Because I really think we can do. Just reeling Barca at the Wanda. I mean, we beat Barca away this season and got a point at the Bernabeu. I think Atleti need quite a bit. Yeah, Atleti need quite a bit of work. And as you say, you've said before, haven't you, Callum, that Griezmann might be leaving. It feels like they're in the middle of a rebuild at Atletico, and they're not quite close to the end of it. So probably will take a little bit more work. And a good season next season will be for Atletico to stay in and around that title race for longer. Even if they do finish third, as long as they're closer to the top two, they don't fall away again. And how well they do in the cups, can they get to the finals of the Copa del Rey, maybe in the Champions League, go a little bit further. But I think that would be seen as success for Atletico, wouldn't it? That's what a good season at Atletico would look like next season, especially if you can go out and get some real quality in. But I think there's a bit more of a rebuild to do. We'll see Sorloth probably go. I think Alvarez probably goes. I think Griezmann probably goes. And we'll see. We shall see. James Moss, Arsenal will stage a comeback tomorrow, Istanbul style. Again, I can't see it. Dappy, we can beat PSG, bro. If we can beat Real Madrid, we can beat anyone. Well, I mean, to be honest, Real Madrid aren't really the pinnacle, are they? Real Madrid aren't the side they were. So, just because you're beating Real Madrid doesn't really mean an awful lot. And again, yeah, of course you can beat Real Madrid, so therefore you can beat anyone. I get that logic, but you've also lost to West Ham, you've lost to Bournemouth, home and away. Arsenal can also lose to anyone, and that's the beauty of football, isn't it? That's the beauty of football. That's what we're looking forward to tomorrow night, just as what we're looking forward to in the second half here, which is about to kick off. The players are out, the players are on the pitch, they're all about to line up, they're all about to kick it off. Come on, ref. Stop fannying about. Right, we're off. We are off. Off. Callum, Griezmann is 34 now as well. Think he'll be off soon. He's had a bit of a drought recently. He's still a very good player, isn't he? Ben, desperate for an end-to-end game. Desperate for an end-to-end game here for my keeper saves. Let's see what we're working with. One effort on target Barcelona had in that first half. That's horrendous. So poor. Got to expect them to do better in the second half. Again, Hansi Flick, if you're at half-time there, you're talking to these Barca players, you're probably saying to them, look, lads, I know it was 3-3 in the first leg, but you've come here first half. You've had one shot on target. One. Got to do better. Got to show more. Griezmann's gone under the radar. He's been around since I was like 9. I'm 19 now. Crazy. Blimey. Matt, ahoy. Watership Alan here, but fancied changeover. Good lad, Matt. Cheers for coming across. Love all that. Good to see you. Here's Lamine Yamal down the right-hand side. Oh, he's dropped a shoulder. He stood it up. And that's where you need Balde getting forward. That's where you can get more. Oh, it's behind. No, it's kept it in. Well done, DeMarco. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. Oh, Martinez. Unbelievable. Callum, YouTube is better. Can't lie. I missed this whole view. It's definitely better. It's definitely better. Got to check out YouTube if you haven't already. Get over to YouTube. You've got the scoreboard, you've got the clock, you've got the old, it's a bit nicer. A bit nicer. That's where the fun guys go. Oh, that's a great run. Chance here. Oh, what are you doing again, Barcelona? It's all Barcelona in the second half already. They're having a lot of the ball. And you'd expect that. You'd really expect that. Oh, well won by Thuram. Really well won by Thuram. And he's got legs to carry it. Gives it off to Martinez. Martinez is shocking. He's so poor. Ben Key, just give me one name who we will have as starting number 9 in August. One name, just one, who we will have as starting number 9 in August. Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota. Callum Thuram got that thing stuck in his head, definitely. Well, if indeed it is, like a recent thing, then yeah, absolutely. He's not playing like he's with it tonight, is he? Oh, Barca, poor. DeMarco's away down the left-hand side. They'll do well to catch him. He's a very talented left-back, him. Nicolas Arno, one step closer to an Inter v Arsenal final. PSG are winning that tomorrow. Telling you. Same as I was telling you that Barca were going to win this tonight. Got all the answers, me. Here's Barca. Chance. Yamal. Oh, it's really well done. You're not getting a pen for that. Shut up, ref. Shut up, Yamal. Come on. I love you, but you can't be asking for a pen there. It's not a pen. It's ridiculous. You were running away from goal. It's a dive. See, and that, do you know what? It's that stuff that's going to let him down. It's not a penalty. It's never a penalty. Yes, you're desperate. You can't turn round to the official and go, come on, and really have a big kick off. It's not a penalty. It's not even close to a penalty. Ben, we cannot have Jota as starting number 9. I'm telling you, that's who it'll be. I don't think we go out and get there a starting centre number 9. I hope we do, but something tells me we won't. Ben, we cannot have Jota starting number 9. But PSG win by at least 2-goal margin tomorrow. I think it's going to be a draw. Right, there you go. So we've had a yellow card now for both teams. Inigo Martinez with the card. So Marcus Thuram did well to get over the top there. And that's a card for both teams sorted. Ben, where's Corin at? I don't know. I've not seen or heard from Corin in a good couple of weeks, it feels like. So I might even drop her a message, see where she's at. Miss Corin. Henry, I missed it. Was Inter's pen deserved? Yes, it was. Absolutely. Nailed on penalty. It was Martinez was running through, clean on goal, and Pau Kabasi dived in, didn't get any of the ball, and he cleared out Martinez. So it was a nailed on penalty. Wasn't any doubt over it. Çalhanoğlu, chance. It's 3. Offside. It was a Serbi. I think he was. It was a really high line there from Barca. Yeah, he's off. That's good play by Barcelona. It's a brave high line. It's a very, very brave one. But a Serbi with a very good header. It would have been 3-0 to Inter. But yeah, ruled out for offside. Ben, she's always good for some footy chat. Yeah, she's sound, Corinne. We'll have to get her back in at some point. I don't know where she is. Maybe she's just got some stuff going on. Henry, what did you make of the Prem allowing Spurs to change the fixture date v Villa? Fine. Again, I am all for Premier League, the FA, the Premier League, whatever, supporting the teams in Europe to represent the country and to help them get more rest or whatever. If they can move fixtures around to help them, then they should. Absolutely. If it's as long as it doesn't kind of mess fans up and screw things up in terms of travel and transport and whatever. If it's not last minute, I think they should. They should always try to accommodate reasonable requests that give the teams a better chance. They do it in La Liga. They do it in La Liga all the time. And maybe that's why some of their teams have been so successful over the years. But in England, we seem to have an attitude of, well, they're getting specialist treatment and blah, blah, blah. Doesn't happen anywhere else. Aiden, 1-0 PSG for tomorrow. I hope so. But I think it's going to be a tight one. I think it might be 1-1. 1-1. Maybe Arsenal score first as well and kind of put the cat amongst the pigeons. Here's Lamine Yamal inside to Pedri. Rafinha's not really done anything this game. There's no way that Rafinha or Dembele can win Ballon d'Or. You can't. There's no way. Here's Lamine Yamal. Lays it off. Olmo. Give it off. Must be. Get it across the face. What are you doing? No. Oh, it's poor. Chance. Oh, what a goal. 2-1. What a finish. What a finish. That's a fabulous goal there. An absolutely stunning goal as well. From Eric Garcia, ex-Manchester City. It's a hell of a finish. It stood up from the left-hand side. It's just a little dinked cross into the box. I thought they should have finished it much earlier, to be honest. But it's a great finish on the volley. Side foot volley into the top corner. 2-1, game on. 40 minutes to go. This tie is absolutely not over. This tie is not over. Henry pissed Villa fans off because Prem didn't let us have a rest before PSG's second leg. I mean, to be honest, mate, I just think that it's kind of, well, I guess, I don't know. You can't. If you can do it for some, you can do it for them if you can. But if you can't, you can't. Like sometimes you can't move games, you can't move him around. So Liverpool have had fixture moves refused as well. It happens all the time. But if you can move him and you're able to move him, then yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. Barella with a shot from distance there. Barcelona 3v1 here if they get this right. Must be. Must be. Finish it. Must be. Oh, have you saved it? Oh my God. Oh my God. What a save. What a save. I don't believe what I've just witnessed. That might have been one of the best saves I've ever seen. Oh my Jesus Lord. Jan Sommer has just made one of the best saves you are ever likely to see at the top level of football. It's a wonderful move by Barcelona. They get into the box. It gets pulled back across the face of goal and it's a tap-in. It's a tap-in at the back post. Is it Lamine Yamal as well? It's a tap-in for him at the back post. Let's just watch it back. And Jan Sommer, that is an outrageous save. An absolutely outrageous save. Do you know what? It's actually a really poor finish. I mean, look, he gives him a chance, but it's still a great save, but he does give him a chance. Right. Right, let's have a quick poll. Reese, is that Clive Tilsley on comms? What a goat. I've just put a quick poll on TikTok. Have a look. Who do we think the final's going to be? With half an hour left to go of this semi-final, and obviously PSG v Arsenal tomorrow night. Let me know in that poll in the top left. Click it. Let me know your thoughts. Who do we think is going to make it? Arsenal v Inter. Arsenal v Barca. PSG against Inter or PSG against Barca. Who do we think it's going to be in that final? Let me know. But yeah, it is. It's absolutely a different game now. Barca doing all the pressing again. They got that goal and it's really got the tails up. They've got a free kick here. Who was it who was saying before as well? Jan Sommer, so underrated. That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible. Reese, is that Clive Tilsley on comms? What a goat. No, I don't know. I don't think it is it? Isn't it? It's not Peter Drury. Oh, it must be. It's 2. There you go. 2-2. 2-2. It's Danny Olmo. 2-2. There you go. Told you he was underrated. Wow. Told you. Game on. Game on. 2-2. Inter 2. Barca 2. What's the poll saying? He's onside. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. What a finish. And what a game we're on here. What an absolutely unbelievable game of football we've been treated to tonight. 3-3 last week, 2-2 this week. Still half an hour to go. And I think this is going to extra time. This is going the distance. You better believe it. You better believe it. Callum, what did I say? This tie isn't over. Inter look asleep. Yeah. You're right, mate. You called it. Absolutely right. Barca flying forward now. This might get killed off. This really might get killed off. Barca win it in normal time, says Dylan. Reese, bullet head of that. Neymar, you called it. Final score, 3-2. What a semi-final this has been. Yeah, it's been outrageous, hasn't it? It's a great goal. Well worked by Barcelona. Right. I'm having a Satsuma. I don't care what yous are saying. I'm having a Satsuma. I've not eaten today. It's like ASMR, that, isn't it, near the mic? If you're listening on YouTube, but that's like ASMR. Ball into the box. Oh, claim for the handball. Nah, you're not going to get it for that. You're not going to get it for that. Do you know what? They are by far the nicest fruit going. Never let anyone tell you different. Satsuma's unbelievable. Reese might have to change my poll vote. Reese, Arsenal v Barca in the final. That's my new vote. Revenge for 2006. Revenge for 2006 in Paris. Remember that? Sol Campbell with the header. Jens Lehmann sent off. It was Belletti, wasn't it, who won it for PSG, for Barca that night? Reece, unfortunately, I was only 6 for that game. Bloody hell, really? Yeah, I remember that game vividly. I mean, I'm not ancient, like, I think I was 16, so. Oh, Inter have got a chance here if they get this right. If they get this right, it's over to Thuram. Oh, it's under hit. It's under hit. They've had that all night, Inter, you know. They've had that all night. Big chances on the counter-attack. You know, Barca pushing up really high, lots of space. And the final ball's been so weak, and they've lost it there. That's exactly where you don't want to lose it. Rafinha in, must be. Oh! Ferran Torres, he's dog meat him. He's absolutely dog meat. Aiden, Inter have sold big time. They've flopped it. They've absolutely flopped it. Or flapped it, rather. Pedri out wide to... I'd say Eric Garcia, given we all give him a bit of stick before kickoff. Eric Garcia's had a good game, hasn't he? I don't think he's been responsible for, you know, any of the defensive frailties. I think he's handled DeMarco quite well. You could maybe say that Martin on the left has been a little bit frail, you know, with Dumfries, but Dumfries has caused problems for most teams. He's a top right back. But yeah, I think Eric Garcia's had quite a good night. Tinter's forwards, put Alvarez, Salah or Diaz up there, ties over at half-time. Yeah, well, not even just all of them, just one of them. If you put a decent player up that top end for Inter with a bit of pace, they'd have finished that. They'd have finished the tie in the first half. I have to completely agree. Aiden, what minute are you on? I am on minute 65:33. It is currently on my clock. So, again, if you go to YouTube, if you want to go to YouTube, you can find, it's a slightly better view. Mic's better, camera's better. There's a clock, there's a scoreboard. You know, it's a bit more of a professional setup. So, if you want to go to YouTube and have a little look, if you're intent on watching the rest of the game with us, get over to YouTube, search Premier League Dad. We're live every single day. Yamal, oh, it's a great ball. Unlucky. Really, really good play there by Inter defensively as well. Barella, oh, he's not had a good night tonight. Everyone knows I'm a Nico Barella fan. I really am, but he's been poor tonight. Rafinha gives it off. Oh, now they keep losing it. They just need to tighten up the screws a little bit in midfield. Mkhitaryan, Barella, both of them giving it away. Çalhanoğlu's on a yellow card as well. He needs to be careful. Reece, when the Inter defence push up, Ferran Torres is basically standing way offside. He's been garbage tonight, Ferran Torres. Stanley, who's your man of the match so far, mate? Man of the match would be... I'd probably give it to Eric Garcia. I really would. I think Eric Garcia's played quite well. Yeah, he's been good. Been good tonight. Liam Mullen, what channel are you watching on, mate? I am watching it on Prime. It's on Amazon Prime. Aiden, I'm on 66 minutes. Reece, now 67. Yeah, I was going to say it's live on Amazon Prime. Oh, they've given it away again. And that's a penalty, referee. It's a nailed-on penalty. Does he give it? He has. It's a pen. Mkhitaryan's pointing to the edge of the area and he's screaming for a free kick. But I think Yamal was inside the area when he goes down. There's no doubt that it's a foul. Inter players are all absolutely certain that it's a foul. They're not even contesting that it's a foul. It is going to be a foul outside the area. The ref will go over. He'll VAR it. It's outside the area. Yeah, it's outside. You're not going to get that you're not going to get a penalty for that. It's not going to be a penalty. I'm telling you, they'll check this. They'll check this. It is outside the box. He's give the penalty. He has give it, and he's give a yellow card to Mkhitaryan. It was undoubtedly a foul. Nobody's disputing that. The check is just ongoing to see if it's a free kick or a pen. And it looks very, very clear that it's outside the area. So, I'm sure he'll go to the monitor here. Yeah, there you go. Outside the area. VAR. Yeah, free kick. There you go. Free kick. He's overturned it. He's overturned it. Be yourself, Dylan. It's a penalty. It's not a penalty. No, he's overturned it. Foul outside the box. No penalty. So it's now a free kick for Barca. Right on the edge. Right on the edge. Free kick. Goodness me. Mkhitaryan, old head, young brain there. More like old head, yeah, old head, old body. I think that was there, to be honest, wasn't it? Like, he knew he needed to foul him. He definitely needed to foul him. He just couldn't get there in time. His body wouldn't let him do what his brain was already trying to do. It's a free kick to Barca here. Into fully folded, man. Fuck. Yeah, Aaron, your bet's not looking so clever here now, is it? Chance. It's laid off. It's a well-worked move. Oh, just over the bar. Big deflection. And somehow it's gone behind for a goal kick from Frankie de Jong, actually, who hits it. It's a nicely worked move there by Barca on the edge of the area. Yamal with the shot off his own player and over. Crikey. Okay. Stevo Matuma on Twitch. How you doing? Good to see you on Twitch, mate. What are you saying? What minute am I on? I am on currently 70 minutes. Bang on. 70 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. So if you go to YouTube, guys, if you go to YouTube, you can see there's a clock, there's a scoreboard. I've got a professional camera here. I've got a professional mic. You know, it's a bit more of a professional setup on YouTube. If that's your thing and you're planning on sticking around with us, get over to YouTube, go and have a look, go and follow us, Premier League Dad. I'm live every single day doing these watch-alongs, the games, Premier League, Championship, Champions League, Europa League, the playoff games. We're going to be doing them all. We do League One, we do La Liga, the Bundesliga, Serie A. We watch all games. So if that's your thing, if you enjoy that sort of thing, make sure you get over to Premier League Dad on YouTube, give us a follow. It's we're a massively growing channel. We've just been sponsored and we've only started in January, so we're one of the fastest growing football fan channels around right now, and we're very close to 5,000 subs on YouTube alone. So Graham Harrison could have gone either way, that pen call. No, don't be silly. It's nowhere near a penalty. It was a foul. There was never any doubt it was a foul, but it was never going to be a penalty. He was outside the area. Reese, Inter have absolutely capitulated. Melancholic introvert Lewandowski. I thought Lewandowski would come on, but clearly they've not. They've decided to keep him off for the time being and just keep things as they are. And do you know what? I don't really blame him because it's going all right, isn't it? It seems to be Inter kind of, as people are saying in the chat, Inter are capitulating. Barca seem to be in the ascendancy here. So if you're handsy flick, you're probably a little bit reluctant to change things. It's a good ball out wide. Here's Lamine Yamal. He's squared him up again. He always gets the better of him. Stands it up to the far side. It's going to be a corner. Corner to Barca. So we've had yellow card for Mkhitaryan, yellow card for Çalhanoğlu, yellow card for Martinez. DiMarco's gone off and Martinez has gone off for Taremi and Darmian, and Bisek's gone off for Carlos Augusto as well. No changes as yet for Barcelona. No changes. 20 minutes to go. I do wonder whether or not we'll see Lewandowski tonight. Short corner from Barca. Oh, there's a foul on the edge of the area off the ball there. He's screaming at the ref for something. Not going to get it. Not going to get it. No skill, Aaron. You reckon pens now? Yeah, I do. That seemed to be what I thought was going to be the case before the kickoff. My prediction before the kickoff to everyone was, I think this is going the distance. I am prepared. I am ready to be sat here till 10:30. You know, maybe even 11 o'clock if it gets to penalties and whatever else. We don't know. But I am prepared to be sat here for extra time for certainty. I can't see this being decided in 90 minutes. And I still think that's the case. Whether it goes to pens or not, you know, I don't know. Maybe it does last the distance in the extra time as well. You get tired legs, you get mistakes in extra time. You know, sometimes penalties, red cards, things like that change the game. So, yeah, tired legs, tired minds might be a factor when extra time comes round. But for the time being, chance here. Oh, Barca. It is all Barca now. It really is all Barca. Inter can't really get out their own half. They can't get out their own box. It's all Barcelona for these last 20 minutes. They're going to have to ride the luck into Milan. And they keep giving it away. Denzel Dumfries there. Barella there's, you know, they've even really experienced players for Inter Milan are giving it away. It's not been a particularly good performance from them in the second half. Alan Shearer's just said it there himself. Really sloppy from Inter Milan. Really, really sloppy. Callum, how do we feel Napoli back in the Champions League do? I don't think it's as strong a Serie A as many might consider it to be. I'll be honest. I think with if you look at the Napoli side that's going to win the Scudetto, you've got McTominay, you've got Lukaku. I think Raspadori's a talented player, but beyond him, there's not an awful lot of quality. I think, you know, Alex Meret probably going to leave the end of his contract at the end of this season, so they'll need a new keeper. I think they probably will get some changes. If they win the Scudetto, as we all imagine they will, they'll have Champions League football. They'll probably go out and spend quite big. They've had some PSR headroom for quite some time, so I would imagine, again, it's there's room in the funds. There's room for them to go out and get some players, and Garnaccio's one that they've been linked to heavily, of course. Could he go and make a difference over there? I think that'd be a really good signing. It could also become a bit of a Man United retirement home, couldn't it, Napoli? Garnacho, McTominay, Lukaku. Quite a few could get over there and do all right. Callum, as I say, Araujo comes on. Yeah, Araujo came on. Who did he actually come on for? Neymar, Dixon, Kopi, Botswana. Still believe final score is going to be 2-3, Barca through. I tell you what, you called that, mate. You called that at 2-0 down and Inter were well on top. So if that does end up being the case, 3-2, then fair play to you. Fair play to you. You've done really well there. Barca in with a real chance though now. It does feel like they are in the ascendancy. Dani Olmo out wide. Here's Yamal. Cuts in on his left foot. Shot. Great save from Jan Sommer again. He's so good, the lad. He's so good, the lad. Very nearly 3-2 there. It was going in smack bang in the top corner. Fully stretched. Jan Sommer pushes it wide. Corner to Barcelona. Great effort there from Yamal. Jan Sommer's definitely kept them in it tonight. There's Deco. Deco in the crowd watching. Bet they could do with him on the pitch tonight. Rather have Deco than Olmo taking this corner. He was a proper number 10, wasn't he, Deco? He could score some goals. Great ball in. Comes out. Cleared away by Inter. Offside. It's all going Barca's way here. It is all going Barca's way. Yamal dancing through the middle. Oh, it's a great ball in. Unlucky again. Really unlucky again. Really, really unlucky. Still 2-2. Be yourself, Dylan. Inter have been awful second half. Yep. Yeah, it's been a poor, very sloppy performance. Gerard Martin knocks it in. Callum, so boring. 1-0 Atleti Saturday. As in this Saturday you on about. I'm quite nervous about Atleti Saturday. Alvarez is suspended. Yeah, who have they got? Is it Sociedad this weekend? Is that who we're talking about? I was going to do... I think I have actually got that scheduled. Like, I've not seen my... let me have a look at my schedule on YouTube. I can't remember if I actually put that in or not. I think we have got Atleti v Real Sociedad this week. Yeah, 10th, Atletico Madrid v Sociedad, live. We'll be doing the watch-along. Interesting game. That Sociedad really need to get something, otherwise they're not going to have any European football next season. Carlos Augusto flying forward. Oh, that's really good play again. Really, really good play. Barca are doing really well here. And do you know what? Again, I've got to give credit where it's due. The two full-backs that we all thought would be major issues for Barcelona tonight have actually ended up being, you know, defensively and attacking-wise, have been some of their best assets. We've seen Garcia get forward and score a goal. We've seen, you know, Martin put lots of crosses in down this left-hand side. He's looked quite good. So, you know, we gave him criticism. It's easy enough to give the criticism, isn't it? And you've got to recognise when they've played really well as well. So both of those two, given, you know, they were expected to be probably the frailties in this Barcelona side, I think they've been amongst the best. Callum, I'm going 1-0 Atleti to score. Atleti and Gallagher to score. Okay. Conor Gallagher. Yeah, interested to see how he's getting on. I've watched a fair bit of Atletico this season, but not as much to be able to comment on how he's performed, I guess. I've seen bits of Conor Gallagher, and I know he's been impressive in quite a few games, but kind of interested to see, because I thought he might have the same sort of an impact as Scott McTominay has for Napoli. Well, I think I'm on for 40 quid anyway. I think I'm on for 40 quid because I've got... I had both teams to score, both teams to receive a card, Barca to qualify, I think. So, as long as Barca go through... what have I just said? Oh, it's nearly 3-2 Inter. Just as I've said that. It's me, honestly, I'm an absolute jinx. Inter finally getting hold of the ball. This is the first time we've really seen them get forward for a while. First time they've touched anything in the box. Jonathan XL, crazy game. I thought it would not happen again. 4 goals. Jake Curtin, Real Madrid sent scouts last weekend to watch Kirkez. They can keep looking. Jonathan XL, Real Madrid is looking for Davis. Hasn't Alphonso Davis signed a new contract with Bayern? Because that is basically what Real Madrid do. Fermin Lopez coming on here for Dani Olmo. Oh, cheers, man. Thank you. Don't know why the clock stopped. I think it's because, yeah, I've clicked off that bit there. Okay. Cheers for letting me know. It should be all synced up again now. One sec. Yeah, there you go. We're back again. We're all synced up again. Yeah, I think Alphonso Davis was mentioned as a possible Real Madrid signing, but then he signed a new contract, which is, you know, exactly what Trent should have done. And that seems to be Real Madrid's transfer strategy, is they go to players, with 2 years left on their contract and say to them, listen, do you want to come and play for us? Yeah, right, well, we'll give you a massive contract if you wind your contract down and come to us on a free. If you want to come to Madrid, you've got to prove you want to come to Madrid. We'll wait for you, but you've got to not sign a contract. We want to sign you on a free. And that's going to help them with PSR and all sorts. So I do think we're going to see more of that. Players starting to sign contracts strategically. Trent was offered 6 years. He only signed 4 so that his contract was up when he was 26 this year. I think he knew at least 2 to 3 years ago that he was going to go to Madrid. And that whole thing, by the way, that whole thing about Trent Alexander-Arnold, the Real Madrid approached today and said they want him before the end of his contract. They want him before the end of June, or before the end of May, rather, so that he can play for Real Madrid in the Club World Cup. That's too much of a coincidence for me. Like, he announced yesterday that he's leaving. He does this really fake, teary video. And then we hear today that Real Madrid want to sign him before the Club World Cup. Inter are in here. Chance. It's behind. No, it's a flag. Flag's gone up. Offside. Yesterday he does this big teary announcement that he's leaving. And then today Real Madrid put an official offer in to say that they want to get him before the Club World Cup. He's trying to force the club's hand again. It's rat behaviour, to be honest. It is rat behaviour. Callum, I guessed extra time, but I feel late goal from Inter against the run of play. Don't know why. I mean, Inter are pushing forward again all of a sudden. FZ, good luck, Trent. Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be the move that he necessarily thinks it is. Jonathan XL, a lot of clubs want Dean Hyson. Bayern as well. Yeah, Hyson's going to be a very competitive one for many clubs. I think there'll be quite a few interested in him. He'll have his pick of teams across Europe, won't he? Who do you reckon for next Liverpool right back? I'd like us to go for someone like Olaina at Forest. Yeah, Olaina, or maybe Daniel Munoz from Palace. Someone who's a little bit older, who isn't going to stifle Conor Bradley's creativity. Callum, I hope it goes extra time, to be fair. It's been quite entertaining. Yeah, it's been brilliant, hasn't it? Again, another really, really good semi-final. This is what we want to see. This is the sort of entertainment you pay your Amazon Prime subscription for. This is what it's about. You want to see this sort of stuff. Fermin Lopez there. Really, really good. Really smart play at the back from Barca. And good from Araujo as well. Wojciech, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Yeah, really good, man. How are you? Jonathan XL, do you reckon Hakimi would be good for... Hakimi's brilliant. Yeah, Hakimi would be good for Liverpool. Yes, Hakimi would be amazing for Liverpool. Hakimi's probably the best thing after Trent. If we was picking a right back and we could pick anyone, it would be Hakimi for me anyway. Such a good player. Callum, I do hope Inter can win. It's against Barca. There you go, an Atletico Madrid fan. Clearly showing the bias there, Callum. No problem with that, mate. Inzaghi does look a little bit panicked. He looks a little bit panicked. Barca now starting to stretch them. There seems to be a lot of tired legs out there. A lot of tired legs. Here's Lamine Yamal down the right-hand side. That should be a foul. He's not getting it. He's not getting it. The ref's not giving him nothing. And to be honest, he deserves that after the dive we saw from him earlier. Here's Rafinha. Good save. Chance. It's 2. It's 3. Sorry, it's not 2. It's 3. Rafinha's won it in the last minute. In the last minute, Rafinha's won it. I can't see him coming back now. It's 3-2 Barca. It came down the left-hand side. Rafinha with a shot. Jan Sommer parried it straight out and back to him. And then he smashes it in with his right foot off the far post. Great goal. Really, really smart goal. He's onside. There's nothing wrong with that. Left foot first. Save from Jan Sommer. Then right foot. Great goal. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. What a finish. What a finish. What a goal. And Rafinha there. Callum score. It's 2. It's Inter Milan 2. Barca 3. There's 2 minutes. 2 minutes plus adding on time here. Ben, here's one. If a bid from Saudi went in for 120 million, would it be clever to take it? Helps their rebuild. Mate, money's not an object for PSG. I don't think they're going to be asked about 120 million. There's no way they're taking that. Sam Holloway, wow. WTAF. Ben, talk about Bruno, by the way. Oh, Bruno. For United. Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say maybe they would take it, actually. That's an interesting one. Is whether or not the club would encourage him to leave because they'd rather the money. That would be an interesting one because the fans would hate that. If the club kind of forced Bruno out because they got a big bid. That could happen, you know. The Glazers and Ineos, they need the coin, you know. They're cancelling the catering budget. Could well happen. Could well happen. Sam Holloway, is there anyone in the world who could hold on to a lead against this Barca team? Inter are pushing forward now. It could be 3-3 again. Could be 3-3 again. Ben, I'm on about Bruno from United. Be yourself, Dylan. That's it. Apparently Saudi want to pay him 1.25 million a week. Peanuts. Absolute peanuts, that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Callum, you said a late goal. Wrong side, though. Do you think Liverpool signed Kirkes to replace Tsimikas? Yeah, there's been a lot of rumours about Kirkes. I do, yeah. He's got the same agent as Dominic Szoboszlai, both Hungarians. It seems like that's a good fit. And he's a good fit for Liverpool. I think that's going to be the... Yeah. Lewandowski about to come on here for Ferran Torres. Barca just slowing things down. We are through. The full 90 minutes is over. The fourth official's coming out with 5 added minutes. That feels very little. That feels like we've had far more breaks than that. 5 minutes of added time in the second half. That feels very minimal. Inter 2, Barca 3. Are we going to get one more goal in this? Is there going to be any more surprises? We've got 5 minutes of added on time. Nick A13, what a comeback. Yeah, it's been unbelievable. Bryn, what a game this is, mate. Absolutely. It's unreal, isn't it, Bryn? Fabulous game. There you go. Oh, they're going to pump this forward now, Inter. They're sending it long. Oh, Hansi Flick. You might get a red card here, Hansi Flick. No. A ball got through back onto the pitch by the Barca bench just as they were about to pump it long. Barella's going to knock this into the box. Oh, I tell you, if I was a Barca fan here, you'd be nervy. You would be nervy after all of the comebacks they've had to face over the years. Liverpool, Roma, they've had some big comebacks themselves, of course, against PSG. Sergi Roberto's late winner. But you can't rest in the Champions League. You can't rest on your laurels. Inter Milan going to pump this long here. It's going to be Bastoni throwing it long into the box. Big, long throw into the box. Flick on at the near post. Pedri clears it away. It's going to come back out to Bastoni. And another throw, another attempt to get it in from basically the same position. Whew. FM No Casual, 16-1 at half-time. Barca get in. Nice. Did you do that? Well done, you. Well done, you. Nick A13 actually thought that Inter will go through. Here's Barca. Lamine Yamal breaking forward. Oh, that's really smart play. Lamine Yamal, can he get it in the middle? Shot from distance. Off the post. Whew, very nearly 4-2 for Barca. Lamine Yamal could have finished it there. Very nearly. Smashed it in. Just off the post. FM No Casuals, about time I won a bet. Yeah, I mean, you'd always like... I've won one tonight with this. Oh. They were screaming for an handball there, for a handball from Lewandowski. They're not going to get that. Not going to get that. Long ball here. We've got 2.5 minutes left. of added time. Chance here. Oh, Dumfries. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. Ball in. It's 3-3. It's 3-3. Get in. What a goal. What a goal. What a game. Oh my God, what is happening? Oh my God. What an unbelievable game this is. What football. Football. That is why we do it. That is why we love it. That is unbelievable. That is absolute. Let me get the graphic on. 3-3 Inter. There you go. That's what. Oh. That is sensational, that. It's Thuram to Dumfries. Dumfries getting forward down the right-hand side. He knocks a ball in. He's onside. There's nothing wrong with it. And what a finish at the near post. Oh, he just smashes it into the roof of the net. Dumfries again with the assist. And it's a wonderful goal. It's an unbelievable goal. An absolutely unbelievable goal. 3-3. Denzel Dumfries. Alright, well, there's been a yellow card given to Acerbi for his celebration, taking his top off. Oh my God, what have we seen tonight? This is what it's about. Football. Football. What's going on here? Is this a red? Is this a red? What's happening here? He's sending someone off here, I think. Is he sending someone off? Something's happening. No, yellow card for Hansi Flick. And a yellow card for someone else. Someone else is getting a yellow. Honestly, literally, what was we saying? Seconds before that goal came in, Barca have had some real. They'd be jittering. They'd be nervy, right? They've had so many games where they've had big leads and they've threw it away at the end, or they've threw it away inexplicably. You know, Liverpool, Roma, they're the big ones. You just can't switch off at this level. And they did. They had one switch off and into the back in it. And this is going to extra time. This one is going to extra time. And just before that, Lamine Yamal smashes one off the post. It's been an unbelievable game. You can't write this stuff. You can't write it. What an unbelievable game. Reece, do not let that advantage from the ref go unnoticed. Really good from the referee. Oh, Inter have won it on the counter-attack. Oh, no. Araujo. How long are we going to get here now? We're on 5 minutes, 36 seconds. Why is the clock stopped again? Yamal's in! Oh! Sweet Lord. Lamine Yamal one-on-one and he just toe-bungs it at the keeper. Yeah, he ain't winning Ballon d'Or. He ain't winning the Ballon d'Or. Right. Oh, Barca players have collapsed to their feet. They honestly, their heads have gone, but it is going to extra time. 3-3 last week, 3-3 this week. And it is going to extra time. Would you believe it? Oh, this should have been the final. Sam Holloway, yeah. Nick, if you bet a draw, you could have gotten €50. I knew it was going to extra time. I knew it was. Liam Phillips, mate, what a game. It's astonishing. Absolutely astonishing. Keon remontada. Oh, there you go. Right, well, let me reset the old clock. I'm gonna have to restart it. We'll start it again at 0 for the 30 minutes of extra time. So again, if you're planning on staying with us for the extra time, get over to YouTube. There's a proper scoreboard, and we'll start with the clock so you can keep track of time as the game's going on. Ben, so much for a tighter game, Key. And well, listen, hey, what do I know? What do I know? I don't profess to be an oracle, clearly, but I thought it would be a tighter game this week. I thought the managers would say, do you know what? We've conceded 3 this week. Let's just tighten it up at the back. No, absolutely not. 6 goals again. Clearly, these two don't know how to defend. Reece, could be a late one tonight, Prem Dad. Well, we've got 15 minutes break now, then 30 minutes half of football. So that's going to go to at least 10:45, and then potentially a penalty shootout. So maybe 11 o'clock, maybe 11:15. Oh, okay. Well, hey, there you go. We shall see. But yeah, it could well be a late one tonight. Oh, I can't believe it though. And do you know what? And this is exactly what you want with football. This is what it's about. Make no mistake. This is what football is about. This is why we love it. Inter Milan, last minute, a Serbi smashing it into the roof of the net. First ever goal in the Champions League. Nick, 5 minutes break. No, 15 minutes break. The 15-minute break here now before extra time commences. Sam Holloway, sack off extra time. Let's have a third and fourth leg, please. Yeah, imagine saying that to him now. Sorry, lads, listen, we're going to have to do all this again. You can't be deciding this on 30 minutes of football when you're all knackered. You can't be doing that. Flip of a coin. No, we want another full 2 legs of this absolutely wondrous stuff. Honestly, I don't know how Wayne Rooney gets these jobs, punditry. I have no idea how he gets it. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't profess to be anything special. Myself, I'm certainly not a pundit or a commentator, I guess not in the traditional sense. But, I mean, they asked him there, what do you think of that? And Wayne Rooney went, yeah, it's unbelievable, that. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Mate, come on, listen what we've just seen. You should be flabbergasted. You should be absolutely speechless. Or you should be, energy, enthusiasm. It's unbelievable, mate, yeah. It's unbelievable, that. It's great. It's unbelievable. That guy could commentate on lesbian alien mud wrestling and make it sound boring. Reached one of the best semi-final games of all time. Yeah. Right, a Serbi. Right, there you go. They're all back out now. They're all back out. How can people not like football? I know. When you meet someone new and you're like, oh yeah, what are you into? What's your hobby, sort of thing? Do you follow football? As soon as they say no, I'm just immediately like we're gonna have nothing in common then. Still chat to you about some other stuff, but it's gonna be very limited to like the weather and maybe films. Right, we're just waiting for kickoff now. Matteo Darmian is in a Champions League semi-final. Potentially Matteo Darmian's in a Champions League final again. Since leaving Manchester United. The club where players leave and go on to much better things. Right, we're off. The San Siro is bouncing. Absolutely it is. Commentator is John Champion. Yes, I did recognise that voice, but I didn't know who it was. When you said it was Clive Tilsley earlier, I was like, no, it's not. It's not Clive Tilsley. It's not Peter Drury, but I know the voice. John Champion. You're right. Yeah, should have really got that from Pro Evo days. He was the Pro Evo commentator, wasn't he, John Champion? For many, many years. When was that? Oh, there you go. Hey, well, right, listen, we've got that. Did you hear, if you've heard that, right, the record number of goals in a Champions League semi-final is Liverpool against Roma a few years ago, which I was at. I was there. I was at the Olympic Stadium in Rome for the second leg. The record number of goals in any Champions League final in history is Liverpool-Roma. There was 13 goals in the tie. 13 goals across the tie. There's been 12 in this so far. Are we going to beat it? We've got to beat that. We've got to beat that. There's got to be at least one more goal in this. Barca have got a free kick here. Rafinha's going to whip it in. cleared away. Tie of the decade, if not entire football. It's been a very, very entertaining time. Make no mistake, yeah. Do you know what? You can't even say that any of the goals have been due to like massive errors. They've all been really high quality. A lot of them, haven't they? That's been the thing. Reece, get Guy Mowbray commentating on every game. FM No Casuals. I had a Conference League qualifier on FM that was 6-9. Henry Lewandowski will be the difference here. Well, he's not going to have many chances, I would imagine, with Barca playing on the counter-attack. So it's going to have to be sustained Barca pressure to get the best out of Lewandowski, I think. Luke Smith. Good to see you, Luke. Great game, hasn't it? It's been an unbelievable game. Callum, I couldn't believe we let Roma back in that. Remember, Nangaland wiped one from range and we got nervy. Yeah. To be honest, we were fortunate in that game because Karius probably should have been sent off and it should have been a penalty or a free kick or so. I don't know. It could have been something with Karius and Zeko in that first half, and he was just offside, or at least he was flagged offside. There was no VAR at the time, I don't think. But yeah, I remember that one. It was a horrible watch, and we were getting we were getting urine thrown on us from all the Roma fans. Coins and all sorts were being thrown across the stand into the away end. Excuse me. Nick A13, thank you for giving us the 3 points. You're welcome, mate. Anything that helps keep Forest out of the Champions League. Daniel, do Man City get a pass because of Rodri's injury? Yeah, well, I think they do. Yeah, I think they do. The same way that Liverpool probably should have done with... Oh, I entered it in again here. Yeah, the same way that I think Liverpool did when Van Dijk got injured. We had Van Dijk injured for basically a full season. They had Rodri out for basically a full season. So yeah, and both teams finished, just about kind of... I think we finished 5th. Oh, did we? No, we did. We finished 4th, didn't we? We got it on the last day with Alisson. Alisson at West Brom. But yeah, we had a bad season. They had a bad season. I think you can excuse it when your best player pretty much gets wiped out to a full season-ending injury. Reece, Jan Sommer winner, scorpion kick from a corner right at the death. Archie Levers, the cover going up, ole ole. Listen, we're live for Coventry Sunderland on Friday again. If you want to do the watch along with us, we'll be live on Friday for that one. Really looking forward to that. Rosie Lee Laws, good to see you, Rosie. Can't believe it's 3-3 again. Jake Curtin, Man City spent 200 million in Jal and was still... Yeah, well, that's true. That is true. They haven't... Maybe they don't get a pass, but... You have to acknowledge that they had a pretty bad season. And a large part of that was down to Rodri being out injured for pretty much all of it. Callum, the momentum has turned back to Inter. Why do I feel Simeone and Inzaghi basically play the same football, but of course Simeone knows how to get a clean sheet? I think Inzaghi's got to get a lot of credit tonight. The way that he's set Inter up is quite a bold approach. Admittedly, once they go 2-0 up, I think they really do take the foot off the gas. The second half was awful from Inter. Forgetting the Acerbi thing, the Acerbi goal at the end gets them off the hook. The second half from Inter is objectively terrible. But I think you've got to give Inzaghi credit. Gerard Martin, not good enough. Cleared away. No Skalaran, what happened to the Kusanov kid? Better than Yoro. Kusanov's still a very good player. Again, I don't think Yoro's any great shakes. Good player, but I don't think I'd be... Oh, they're in here. Must be. Oh, have you not got to that? Good claim by Sommer. Really good play. Daniel, Arsenal could never get a pass, though. Arsenal could get a pass, yeah. If something like that happened to them, yeah, you'd have to give Arsenal a pass. If they had maybe Saliba or Saka out for the full season, yeah, I think you probably would. You probably would give them a pass. Rosie Laws, I'll be doing my own watch along on Friday. Nice, enjoy. Good luck with that, mate. It's tough. I mean, I don't know how many you've done. It's not easy. But yeah, good luck with it. Seriously. Callum, we knocked out Inter last season 2-1. They went in front, then Griezmann and Depay scored. Yeah, Hansi Flick will be absolutely devastated at that finish. Rosie Lee Laws, second live tonight. Nice. Yeah, Rafinha was just offside there. Just a tad. Right, Fort's coming on. Hector Fort for who? Eric Garcia. Interesting. Okay. Daniel, tomorrow's winner wins the competition. I'm claiming an agenda against Arsenal. Hate to see it. Well, we'll be live tomorrow night for Arsenal PSG as well, and I'm not going to be completely. It's not going to be a total hate watch. Again, we're bypassing the hate watch on Thursday. The Thursday hate watch should have been Man United v Bilbao. We're not doing that now. We're not doing that because the tie is done with. I'm not even going to get my hopes up for a Bilbao comeback. I'm going to watch Bristol City against Sheffield United instead. But you better believe that if Manchester United go a goal down, I'm turning it back. Here's Inter. Must be. Chance. Oh, they've done it. It's 4-3. It's 4-3. Oh, my God. It's Fratesi. 4-3. Where's that come from? Oh, my goodness gracious me. Fratesi. He's going to be getting a yellow card for that, no doubt. They've turned it round in 8 minutes. Fratesi. That is outrageous. Bryn, tomorrow's game is for the runners-up. Yeah, I would say so. I don't know, though. I think PSG could well do it. Again, I don't know. It depends what's happened with these two. We can't make our minds up. This is an unbelievable game. It's a great flick on. Do you know what? That is poor from Barca to let him get out of there. You would be raging with him. So allow him to turn there. You can't allow him to turn. And then to get that shot in. That's amateur. It's absolute amateur. Amateur hour. Amateur hour. So poor that from Barcelona. That's terrible defending. Terrible defending. Inter could win the whole thing. Mate, honestly, that was so poor. Defense. I mean, again, it's a good finish. I'm not knocking that. It's a good finish by Fratesi. But it is absolutely horrendous from Barcelona defensively there. Completely and utterly switched off. James Bonser's some game this. Yeah. Breathless. And again, now we have equalised the all-time record in Champions League semi-finals in terms of number of goals. There's been 13 goals in this tie. One more breaks the record, and it might well be then the most entertaining Champions League semi-final ever. If it wasn't already, one more goal seals that, and we've still got 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left to go here. Callum, Barca 2-3, remontada. Here's Lamine Yamal. Poor. Really poor. Daniel, what happened to your scoreboard and timer? The scoreboard and timer, Daniel, is still there. It's over on YouTube now. So we only have the scoreboard and the timer and everything, and the flashes when it scores and whatever. We only have all that, the professional look with the camera and the mic and everything on YouTube and Twitch and X, Facebook, Instagram. We have to have this set up here for TikTok because the channel is now sponsored. We are sponsored. I'm really proud that we're sponsored, and we've got a really cool sponsor that has decided to back the channel, that can see the potential. We're having thousands of people coming. We're really fast growing, and it's really exciting. So, but in order to work with that channel, we can't have them on TikTok. They breach TikTok's Or rather, they don't breach it, you know what I mean? TikTok don't allow us to promote that sponsor on TikTok, so therefore we don't. And we have a different setup with a different camera. And before I start the live on TikTok, I promote what I need to promote on YouTube and everywhere else, and then we switch over and I get the live going. So, yeah, that's what happens. That's why the scoreboard is still there. Daniel, you stream on 5 platforms? Yes, I do, yeah. Stream simultaneously on all of them. Daniel, did you answer my Chelsea question? Am I... Oh, that one about... Sorry, I did see it, but it was just as Inter scored. Are you scared of Chelsea being in the Champions League in terms of how they spend and the team they could assemble? No. Listen, Chelsea need an awful lot of work. Chelsea need to work on getting a lot of players out. Yeah, they need to get a lot of the players that they've already got out. And, you know, they're about to sign Jadon Sancho. I don't think he's a good signing. They're going to pay big money and big wages for him. I think if they had the time again, they probably wouldn't sign him. They've still got Mudryk on the books. They've still got no defence. They need a goalkeeper. The midfield is exceptional. No one would dispute that. The midfield is exceptional. I think the attack, bar Cole Palmer, is pretty average. I'm not sure Nicholas Jackson's a top centre forward. I'm not sure Madueke or Neto are top wide players. So, yeah, Cole Palmer, Enzo, Caicedo aside, they're a pretty alright team. Like, Cucurella is alright, he's had a good season. Reece James, if he's fit, fine. But aside from that, I'm not worried about Chelsea getting amongst the title winners or anything like that. Lewandowski, this is better from Barca. Shot from distance, miles over. James, Inter looked dead and buried on the 70 minute, playing like a prime Wigan Athletic in 2009 now. Callum 7-6 is crazy. James, think they're paying the 5 million no buy for Sancho, by the way. Could be wrong though. No, I'm pretty sure they're going to buy Sancho. I'm sure they're committed to. They're going to complete the signing. I'm sure they've already said that. I could be wrong, but I'm sure that is the case. Jake, Chelsea are in the Club World Cup. That's 100 million there onto sponsor and TV revenue. It's BS. Fermin Lopez knocks it forward. Rafinha chasing it down. No skill Aaron. Fratese's left-footed because that finish... Oh, is Fratese left-footed because that finish is outrageous. No skill Aaron. Jadon Sandwich coming back to United will finish me. Sancho and Rashford. Can you imagine? I mean, Rashford's definitely coming back to United. Here's Barca. Oh, here we go. I've got to fix me live. 1 second. There you go. Right, we're sorted. Daniel, well done on securing sponsorship. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. I'm, yeah, really excited by it. It's good. Again, it's helping the channel grow. It means I can invest in other things, better lighting and equipment and stuff that can help us grow and find more people who, like you guys, you know, who like the channel, like doing watch-alongs. Rosie Laws, please like and subscribe if you are new. Thanks, Rosie. Real Madrid can keep their hands off McAllister from Liverpool. Yeah, I think McAllister apparently is doing the scouting work for Liverpool this summer, and he's trying to get us Julian Alvarez from Atletico Madrid. That seems to be the rumour doing the rounds, that he's having words with his mate from the Argentinian national team and saying, listen, lad, you need to get back over here, back to the Premier League where you can play your best stuff. James Bonter, who is the sponsor, by the way? The sponsor, because you're watching on YouTube, James, you can see right there. And if you scan that QR code and you can download the app, if you deposit £5, you get £10 for free. So it's it's a really cool app. Go and check it out. If you like a little flutter on the football like we do, like we all talk about, little gamble here and there, then it's a very good app to go and check out. As I say, with my link, if you click the link in the description or if you scan the QR code there, you will get £10 free if you deposit £5. So it's definitely worth trying. Go and check it out. Reece, Chelsea have an obligation to buy Sancho. Daniel, how have you celebrated? How have I celebrated? What, in terms of getting a sponsor? I haven't really. I haven't. Honestly, I'm trying to grow the channel. I've given myself till Christmas to. I did something silly. I quit my job, right? I quit my job and decided I wanted to do this for a living, right? So I gave myself 12 months to really have a good go at it. And if it doesn't work, then maybe by Christmas, I'm not expecting to be a millionaire off it. I'm not even expecting to be super rich off it. Oh no, what's going on? May the 9th, what's going on? Oh, there you go. Right, hang on. Let me see what's going on here. As soon as I started talking about it. As soon as I started talking about it, I'm reeled out. There you go. It's happened. Right, there you go. I've appealed it. I've appealed it. Oh, but there you go. No, it won't be a bat. It'll just be a telling off. Be a telling off, and I might get it back in a couple of days. But it probably does mean I won't get access for the next few days. Whoa! Why has he stopped that? I tell you what, the ref has just blown up there. Oh, the ball got played through and into a running through, clear on goal. The ref blew up just as he went through. Jesus Lord. Yeah, that's messy. Bryn, TikTok went off. Reese, Prem Dad been banned. Rosie Laws only on here now tonight. Only the chances are now, Rosie, I'm only on here probably for the next few days at least until TikTok review it. But as soon as I said anything about it, it just immediately went bang. Yeah, frauds and scams or something. So yeah, there you go. Either way, Bryn, what they banned you, join the club. Hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm sure they'll overturn it or I'll get another chance. But, yeah. There you go. James, TikTok is awful. Callum, do we think another goal? I do, yeah, I think so. I think we've got another goal in us. Let's restart the clock again. 15 minutes. Got to get one more. Christ, I've got Barcelona to qualify on my bet, so I need it to happen. Reese, we stand with Prem Dad. Bryn, can't do anything with him. Rosie, we stand with Prem Dad. Cheers, guys. Appreciate that. I'm still live on like 4 platforms right now, so I'm still live on everything else. It's just that, yeah, TikTok, for whatever reason, I've decided to play silly beggars. So, we shall see what they say. I'll let you know. If I'm live on there tomorrow... Oh, hang on a minute. For some reason, I've been banned for, or at least it's been, the live has been suspended for harassment and hateful behaviour. It's not even for that. It's not even for that. Callum, it's because you said your sponsor is right there and on TikTok there's no sponsor. Well, I know, that's what I mean. I didn't even mention who it is. Didn't even say who it is. I thought that was within the guidelines. I wasn't asking anyone to do anything. If you click the link in the, but I guess, yeah, if they hear that, if they hear click the link and deposit or whatever, fine. All right, fine. I'll take it. It's a very fine line. It's a very fine line. But as I was talking about it, I just saw it all go off. And, oh, my goodness me. But hey, there you go. What can you say? We go again. James, I'd love some controversy in this game, mate. Proper rubbish pen or something. Clear as day, wrong decision just to get it to pens. Yeah, we need this to go to pens. It's a ball in, chance here. Oh, it's just not behind. Bryn, that's mad. It's the agenda against Arsenal. Prem dead. Prem dad, that's what it was. Yeah, this is it, mate. They're all desperate to get Arsenal in. They can't have anyone talking bad about the Gunners. That's what it is. Oh, start the clock. Crikey. No wonder I got suspended. I deserve it for that. Bryn Roberts, only 24 hours, mate. I hope so. I hope so. It says the appeal can take between 30 minutes and 4 hours. So I might have access back for tomorrow night's games. But then again, I might only be on YouTube. So we shall see. Get your notification bells on, everyone. If you want to watch me tomorrow night, I'm not going to be on TikTok, chances are anyway. Make mistakes. James Bonter proper gaslit you there, me. Ball into the box from Barca. 14 minutes. They've got time. They don't need to panic. Just keep knocking it around. They'll get chances, Barca. They will get chances. Oh my God, how's he got that over? Oh, it's a great ball in, and Lewandowski under the bar. All he has to do is get that on target, and he knocks it over. It's wonderful from Lamine Yamal yet again. How's he missed that? How has he missed that? Reese, I'll turn up to TikTok HQ wanting a scrap. I'll pull up. Listen, TikTok HQ, by the time you get to wherever that is, Shanghai or wherever, probably get me suspension lifted. Rosie Laws, I predicted Inter to win. You did, yeah, you said earlier. Well, I was going to say there's quite a few people said in the chat they thought Barcelona were going to take it. There weren't many who predicted Inter. So, yeah, that's good, that. Really, I certainly didn't. I thought Barca would go through. And I still think they might do. I think it is going to go to pens. I think we get a goal in the next 10 minutes or so. Callum, the man of the tie. Denzel Dumfries, yeah, going off. And on comes Stefan de Vrij. Aaron Dumfries, well done, lad. Everyone stand up and clap. Reese, I'm as fast as Dash from The Incredibles. You'd need to be. You'd need to be. They're in. They're in. Inter with a chance. Could be 3. Oh, why do I keep saying 3? Could have been 5. Wojciech Szczesny with a great save there. Pushes it behind. Fratesi again with his left foot. He should have been offside there, Thuram. If that had gone in, it'd have been ruled out for offside. And yet, annoyingly, Inter have a corner from it. Great save. Really was a great save, that. 12 minutes left. Get it out. Get it cleared away. I can get £6 back. No, I'm going to get me £10 back. I don't even know why I'm cashing that. There's no way I'm cashing that. Oh, Lamine Yamal's trying to do too much there. Jake, could be 3. There's another clip. James Bond's a rubbish Barca. Nah, they're not. Behave yourself. Not rubbish. Still get a chance here. It'll be alright. Lamine Yamal. Like a young Daniel Derrida. Rosie Laws, how has Yamal done tonight? I think he's been really good, actually. He has been really, really good. He's created a lot of chances. I mean, he just created one for Lewandowski there. He's hit the post. He's done well, I think. Maybe not been as influential as he was in the first leg, but he's 17. I still think he's been a really critical player for Barca tonight. And he'll be unlucky if he finishes on the losing side. Very unlucky. And Barca will be kicking themselves. The fact that they let a Serbi score that, And I mean, especially the Fratesi one. The Fratesi goal is so poor. Like, really, really poor defending. Reece, Lamine Yamal is overrated anyway. I don't believe you believe that for 1 second, Reece. Long ball out to the far side here for Barca. Right, we've got another 14 minutes left. Have we? No, the clock stopped. Why does the clock keep stopping? 9 minutes left. Come on. Pull your finger out. Right there. There you go. 9 minutes left. James Bonson, get out where, ref. In it, Martinelli. Lamine Martinelli. Right, here we go. Here he is. Lamine Yamal. Get the ball in, lad. Oh, Hector Fort. That's awful. Sack him for that. Sack him. Rosie Laws, Liverpool comeback against Barca was awesome. Yeah, that's certainly the best I've seen over the years. Reece, I've seen Woolworths better than Lamine. Present day Woolworths as well. Present day Woolworths. If you're old enough, remember Woolworths pick and mix. They were sensational. Long ball forward, flick on, into, still pushing forward. Marcus Thuram trying to get something from it, but they're not going to get it. Come on, get it up the pitch. Come on, Chesney. Get it up the pitch. Aaron, if you could bring back one Prem player to Liverpool, who would it be? Gerrard. All day, every day. Oh, Rafinha's absolutely bounced it there. Where's your touch, lad? Peter Crouch. I liked Peter Crouch. Yeah, he was a good lad. Good lad to have around the dressing room. Not sure he'd be necessarily the right player for us right now, mind, but very good player. Here's Taremi. Oh my God. Carlos Augusto very nearly got it over to the far side. That's really good play. That's a throw into Barca. Yeah, Taremi has been really good since he's come on. Really, really good. James Bond and Maxi Rodriguez. He had one of the best songs. It was to the tune of Emmerdale Farm as well. Here's Lamine Yamal. Get it in the box. Shoot! Oh, what a save again by Sommer. How are they not running over to the keeper? How are they not running over to the keeper again? Like, that's what's annoying me. The amount of times now where he saved them and pulled. That's unbelievable. That is absolutely unbelievable. It's like 2 or 3 times now Sommer's pulled an absolute worldy save out and the Inter defenders just get up and, like, look around. Mate, Rush, he saved you tonight. And there he is again, claiming the corner. Unbelievable from Jan Sommer. Absolutely sensational stuff. Callum Sommer again, Ben Twist, Suarez, Reece. I told you the man was underrated. Different gravy. Unbelievable. How old is he as well? He must be about 36. Aaron, concentration. No need to celebrate yet. Yeah, still time. 5 minutes to go. Definitely time for an Inter capitulation again. A Barca equaliser. It's going to go to pens, this. It is. It's going to pens. Ref's giving nothing to Inter, though. He's giving absolutely nothing. Got to just get it into the box at this point. 5 minutes plus added time. Oh, Rafinha. Dreadful. The last thing they want to be doing is just hitting it from distance. You can't do that. Keep probing. Stay patient. Yamal. What a ball. What a flick on. Lewandowski. Might be a penalty. There might be something going on here. Get it out wide. Oh, it's so tense. It's so tense. Aaron, he's 36. Switch. Oh, De Jong. Yamal. Oh, what a save! Again, he's done it again. Guy's different class. He is different class. This will be heartbreaking for Barca if they go out here. Heartbreaking. Oh, here we go. Chance here, maybe. Again, under-hit pass, under-hit pass. We've seen that so much from both of these tonight, to be honest, but even more so now in the last few minutes. Rosie Laws, this has been nail-biting. Oh, yeah. No doubt. Aaron, Arsenal versus Inter, watch out. Callum Fratesi has woken Inter up. To be honest, they didn't need waking up when Serbi scores that goal. The whole stadium erupted. And it feels like that's carried him through a little bit, but I think whoever wins tomorrow night probably does win the Champions League now. That's the sad thing. I do think Inter will fluff it in the final yet again. So, please PSG, save us tomorrow. It's a free kick and a yellow card, and that should be 2 actually, because he's just threw the ball away. He threw the ball away, ref. You should be sending him off for that. 2 minutes to go. James Bonson, no way Arsenal go through. Well, I don't think so either, but I think if they do go through, they'll beat these. Ball in, cleared away. I'll buy Premier League Dad a full chicken from Nando's and unlimited chili jam if they do. Yamal, get in the box, lad, hit it. Oh, corner ball. Minute and a half to go. Callum Inter have already beat Arsenal 1-0. I know, but all that doesn't matter. I mean, Arsenal beat PSG earlier in the season. You just can't really... You can't put too much stock into them league games. Doesn't really give an indication of where the teams are. PSG finished near the bottom. Great ball in. Tipped over again by Som. It's another corner. Minute and 15 left to go. Goodness gracious me. Come on. Ball in. Flick on at the near post. Cleared away by Lopez. Back in. You're offside. Miles off. Miles off. Oh my God. He's not even give the offside. That should have been a definite offside. Inter are raging. Absolutely raging. That had to be an offside and a free kick to Inter. Oh no, he's not. He's on. He's on. He's on. There's nothing wrong with that. Here's me going nuts on behalf of Inter. James Bond's a cup final, completely different. One game could go anywhere. Anyway, Aaron, anywhere will do. Get it out. Reese, I'll buy from Premier Dad a full 5-star Michelin meal if Arsenal go through. I bet you will. You'll be delighted. Oh, that's not going to be... You're not going to get that back. Come on. 15 seconds plus injury time. You're maybe only going to get 1 or 2 minutes of injury time. Not going to be much longer. Gavi. Out wide. Might be last chance saloon here now. Might be last chance saloon. Ball in. Cleared away. There's going to be 2 minutes of added time. 2 minutes of added time to the added time. I'm not even... I've got nothing riding on this game. It's so tense. Flick on. There's going to be one more chance in this game. There's going to be one more, I'm telling you. There's one more chance for one of these teams. It's going to be Barcelona or Inter on the counter. Long switch. Keep it in if you can. Must be. Oh! Oh, very near. Very, very near. That was an unbelievable piece of defending again. Lewandowski at the near post. Really should have got a touch on that. It wasn't. It was Araujo either. It wasn't even him. That was incredible. Unbelievable from De Vrij. Right, last 60 seconds. 60 seconds of pure Champions League football. Drink it in. James Bond said pizza's on tap tonight. Just lobbing pasta everywhere. Pizzagate. Remember Pizzagate? Or Lasagna Gate with the Spurs. Oh, it's a free kick to Inter. That's going to be it. That's going to be it. Bryn, you're about 30 seconds behind. Am I really? Have they already won it then? That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Rosie, I bet you wished you cashed out. No, it was a free bet. It was a free bet. James Bond said Fabregas that. Right, long ball. It's gone out for a goal kick. I don't think the goal is even going to get the chance to pump this forward. They're going to be running on the pitch here, Inter. They've done it. They've done it. Game, set, match. It's finished. Wow. Wow. Inter are in the final. Wow. That's incredible. Barca absolutely broken there, to be fair. Fratesi. Look, they're literally crying as well. Absolutely broken. That's unbelievable. Great game. Fantastic game. That's what we watch football for. That is what we watch football for. Different class. Lamine Yamal. Sensational. All night. Probably deserved to be on the winning team, to be honest. And he didn't get it. He smashed one off the post. Oh, you just can't. I can't even process what we've just witnessed. Jan Sommer has to get goalie of the tournament. Jan Sommer has to get it. Callum, Barca bottle jobs. Huge credit to Inter Milan, says Alan Shearer, but still, I think you've got to look at Barca there. The Fratesi goal. The Fratesi goal is so bad to concede. That's such a bad one to concede. Callum, Alpa, Atleti, you'll never walk alone, Red Men. It's been a great night. Yeah, can't lie. It's been a fantastic night. Wonderful night of football. And we're on 22-11. And I've got to somehow now process an appeal. I've got to process an appeal to try and get back on TikTok for tomorrow night. So, James, when's this stadium being bulldozed? I don't know, I think it's the next couple of years, isn't it? I'm sure they're already starting to build. The San Siro. Oh, it's not going to be demolished. Plans to demolish and replace it with a new stadium have been scrapped due to the cultural significance of the existing structure. Oh, that was 3 days ago. It's been saved. It's not going to be demolished. Oh no, yeah, so it's not. It's now not being demolished. The Italian Minister for Sport and Culture got involved and turned it around. Callum, Inter 0, Liverpool 2, Atletico 2, Inter 1. And Barca get beaten. There you go. Well, hey, listen. Ben, criminal if they get rid of the San Siro. No, well, that was the plan. That's long been the plan. But the Inter, as I say, the Inter Sports Minister came and said absolutely not. It's too culturally significant to be demolished. But there you go. That's unbelievable. Rafinha's in tears. They're all in tears. It's been a great night. Great night of football. Fabulous. Loved it. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap the stream up fairly quickly and go and get some shut eye because we've got another big night tomorrow. We've got Arsenal against PSG tomorrow night. We'll be starting that at 7 p.m. An hour before kickoff, as usual. We'll be live for that one. And now what happens tomorrow night? Inter in the final, waiting for either PSG or Arsenal. I'll dread it if Arsenal go through. I've got a horrible feeling if Arsenal go through, they'll win that. They'd beat Inter. They would beat Inter. So we now there's so much riding on tomorrow night. So much riding on tomorrow night. We so need PSG to win that. Can't have Arsenal. Reece, I love you to bits, Reece. I love you, mate, but we can't have Arsenal winning that Champions League. Can't have it. Just can't have it. So come on, PSG. Come on, PSG. Please sort it out. James Bond said, get bed, lad. Good watch, that. Cheers, man. Yeah, it's been an exhausting night. Been live for a good 4 or 5 hours. And we'll be live again tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Same time for PSG against Arsenal at the Parc des Princes. Big night. I get it. I reckon it's going to be another late finish for some reason. I think it's probably going to go the distance again. So, take it easy, whatever you're doing. Have a nice night. And I will see you all tomorrow. Take it easy.